Hey everyone, Code here. I just wanted to make a quick audio file explaining some things about the video before we start. So this is pretty much the first time either of us have done a live recording thing like this, and it does really start to show primarily at the beginning. Some of the dialogue is a bit slow, a little awkward, some even use the word cringy, as well as a lot of use of the word preface. Luckily, after a while, we do warm up to the microphone and the commentary does start to get a little bit better. Also, I wanted to point out that despite this being live, there are a few cuts, either because something personal was said or something we didn't feel we didn't feel was fit for the video. There's also a big cut towards the middle of the recording as this was split up into two parts. So I'll point it out, but just a fair warning. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna sign off for now, but I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for listening. And we're live. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the CODEandAR channel retrospective and Q&A. Not really sure how to start this, so I guess we'll just introduce ourselves. My name is Jared, better known as Code.
And I'm AR.
And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be watching every single big YouTube poop we've made for the channel, as well as a couple of shorts and a couple of bonus / unlisted videos that we have on the channel, and we're going to be commentating over them and stopping them a few times. Essentially, we're going to be giving like our comments about the videos, explaining like how they were made, what we were thinking when we were making this, and some just things about the video that we like or wanted to talk about them.
In addition, we're also going to be answering questions that you guys submitted to us.
Yes. So I think I also want to point out we're not going to be answering questions after every single video. We have them up in excuse me, I'm having a little bit of trouble talking today. We have them separated into little groups, and we'll be answering them after that. So we'll probably have timestamps in the comment section or description so you can jump around as to which videos or questions you want to see. And yeah, I think that's about it. So let's just jump into it.
Let's just jump right into
it.
So the first video that we're going to be watching is the first YouTube poop that we ever made. It's called YouTube Poop You Is Too Hot for the Potato Salad.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. We haven't actually deleted any YTPs on the channel. We have deleted some small ones, but all the ones you see on the channel are the original versions. So yeah. So this video was made in late 2014. It was made in about October, and it was finished around the end of December, and it was uploaded about 5 days after it was finished when we created the channel on January 3rd, 2015. It's a Caillou video, as we were actually planning on submitting this to Poops for the World's Caillou collab or something at the time. Looking back, I don't think we should have done that, and I'm glad we didn't. But let's just watch the video, see how well it holds up. Alright, let's go.
Stop it!
Oh yeah, we made that before we even started playing TF2, didn't we?
Trains.
Oh, hold on. What was supposed to go there?
It was just a really bad joke.
Do you remember what it was?
It was like a freeze frame joke that just...
Oh yeah, I remember. It was
funny.
No, it's just...
It looked
okay.
funny at the time, even though it's like...
It just didn't work?
It just didn't work, so we just took it out and replaced it with
anyway,
scene missing.
We won't be stopping it that many times, but I did want to ask that. Anyway, let's keep going.
Why would you do this? I have a wife and family!
I remember being really proud that his lips synced up at that spot. And it was totally unintentional.
But the barbecue was too hot. It was too hot.
Too hot. Grandma, what are you doing?
My potato salad.
Top secret. Top secret?
Top secret. You can be my taste tester.
That tastes like
Also, you can see like all the resampling frames.
Oh god.
What?
So that's what happens when you don't uncheck maintain aspect ratio.
Also, when you forget to disable resampling. Oh my god, look at that.
I think I see the potato salad.
She dead.
I should stars.
Shooting star?
It's
Oh, that's rough. Oh yeah, there was supposed to be also something else here, and I got rid of it, so I just extended that scene until it became a little bit awkwardly long.
A shooting star.
I want to shoot you, Mommy.
You're getting to be a big...
Why do we have that background again? Why did we put that
It
background?
wasn't, I don't know, I don't think that's necessary at all. But then, I don't know. Oh yeah, you made this like last second. Just a random Back to the Future scene. Well, I mean, it wasn't totally random because...
Grandpa, there was a shooting outside.
Yeah, because I made that before you made that previous scene, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or didn't
I remember how much
Either.
we liked that sentence
Yeah.
mix.
What? Oh
The
yeah, well...
Grandpa, there's a shooting outside.
Also, look at this frame we paused on.
I'm sure there'll be more. But it's gone.
Oh, whoops. Oh, no, stop it. Okay, here we go. Alright, so, how was that one?
It kind of holds up.
Actually, for a first YTP, I don't actually mind it a whole lot, but it definitely wasn't the worst one we made. And I think there's a few... I mean, it's obviously aged poorly, but for a first project, I don't think it's actually that bad. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm thinking if the commentary's a little lacking right now, I think we're going to start warming up later. It usually takes a little bit of time before we warm up to the microphone, and before there's actually anything interesting to talk about. But I guess with that, so this next video is... this was made later. Actually, this was made like...
This was made like 2 weeks after.
I didn't realize
we
it didn't take
uploaded.
like any time to make this video, which I guess it's going to really show. So this is a Sammy Classic Sonic fan YTP called Samus Retro Sonic Fanboyo Screams Until You're Deaf, because you always needed to have a really funny alteration of the character's name in the video title. That was kind of a given for the time.
At the time we made this, like, originally our mindset were like, oh, these YTPs are so easy to make. We could like pump these out in like 2 weeks, and then
Oh,
like,
yeah, well, it
school
was-
caught up with us, and it's like, haha, no.
Yeah. Well, if you remember a long time ago, actually we had this for a long time, so it might not even be that long ago. We initially said YTPs would come every 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, no. I mean, maybe it was fine at the time, but like, no way could I do that now. There's no actual way, or it didn't even stay that way for very long. Though I do think we actually kept it throughout 2015. I think we kept the whole 3-4 week thing consistent, which is genuinely impressive, I think. But it was like sophomore year, so I guess it was easy. Anyway, about the video. So this was around the time we actually discovered Sammy, and
This is the first video that we made that I can officially say I am not proud of making.
I actually don't disagree with that, and I guess you'll see why. But I guess for some context, I guess at the time at least for me personally, I didn't really pick up that it was sarcasm, so... you know, being the 15-year-old I was, I decided that, you know, what's the best way to react to this? Oh yeah, let's make a YTP out of spite to someone who you can't tell is actually a troll account. Which actually kind of reminds me of what people are doing very recently with the news article people are taking way out of proportion. That's another story. Anyway, so I'm not excited for this. Let's watch this one.
Master scrambling.
What?
That's okay, I'm just making a comment about that scrambling. It was just really bad.
That's like normal. What song is that?
It was DJ Sharpnel.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Anyway, keep
really
going.
obscure
We could probably just-
J-Core song
What?
that I found in a Stepmania sim file.
That's like 90% of all the music we use.
Seriously, what the f-
Sauce jokes.
I-
Oh, look,
Haters.
the non-subtle reference
Sonic
is bad franchise. Okay, that's actually kind of funny.
We have all freaking nipples. It makes me so. Seriously, Sonic has improved over the years.
I don't care.
Do you?
Oh god, that mask.
Actually, that was like the first masking joke we made. That's not that terrible.
Hold on, I want to go back
You
and
wanna
like
see
see,
it?
a still of that.
Also wanted to comment on the.
Oh god, look at that on the.
Oh, you didn't know how
look
to.
at the
This
space.
part missing.
the part missing from the
You didn't know you
original.
could click on the mask part to
I remember being so
not
proud
fix,
of
to fix
Yeah, I
this
remember
part
being
right
so
here.
proud of this mask and just. I mean,
remember
the
agreeing
umbrella
with-
looks
yeah,
nice.
the umbrella is actually fine. Well, that's like a straight line, so all you had to do was just click right in this area. But everything else, oh no.
Do you guys not realize that? I mean, seriously. What the frick?
Oh, that part didn't even render.
I mean,
I didn't even know that.
no. Because
I'm also noticing like all the quality, video quality is pretty akin to 2008. I don't even know what we were using to download these at the time. Okay, that's actually kind of funny as well.
Sega has improved. Sonic is
I'm not pausing it there.
I don't care.
Sonic. I know. Monstrosity.
Oh yeah, I remember we actually wanted to make like He Dead running gag by putting that music. And then followed by He Dead, but it never actually stuck. It got replaced with another running gag, which I think we'll talk about later.
No. Sonic. The retro Sonic is better. Alright. That's why I'm called.
Oh, God. Oh, no, pause it. Oh. Oh, God, we're going back to that. I was actually, I forgot that was there. I was gonna say something like, I was thinking about this video, and I was gonna say something like, get ready for the masking of the century. Let's go look at that again. Absolutely disgusting. Oh my god. Okay, if you want to know what 10-minute masking looks like to someone who's never used a masking tool before, this is what you're looking at. And it's for a joke that I decided that I had to throw at the end of the video because of fucking course I did. I'm actually glad that just nobody watched this video, so I guess they're going to see it now because it's like the second one before we've answered any questions, but... Oh no. Okay, that's about it for that video.
Okay, so now we're gonna answer some questions.
Oh yeah. This is the first question thing. So I gotta love the thing we said in the video was to not do spam questions and then used "is this an original question" as an example. And then the first comment we got, which ended up getting like 4 likes, literally says, "Is this original question? Do you like fish? Sauce, Judge, wow, or lol?" And then, which I guess, okay, so I guess for the only question that I actually can answer is, do you like fish? And to that, I guess I say yes. Fish is good.
You know what's also really good?
What?
Salmon.
Well, salmon's a fish, so.
Well, yes, but that's my favorite
What
fish.
specific fish? Tuna's pretty
That's
good too. I like tuna on sandwiches.
No, fuck tuna.
Fuck you. Anyway, so how about some actual questions? So the next one is from Palette, and Palette says, first of all, they said, before anyone else does this, is this an original question? 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 Do you have the big gay? Which, yes, you were the first person to do that, and definitely not the last, disappointingly. Now, for the actual questions is... First one is, where do you honestly see YTP going in the next couple of years?
Honestly, this could probably be a question that I could save to the end.
Oh, why don't we just do it now?
Okay. Alright, so getting this big question out of the way first, I guess. Honestly, I think YTP will probably last a really long time.
What is that supposed to mean? It's already lasted a pretty long time.
I mean, it already has lasted, like, over a decade, but I think that it can still continue to go on, mainly because of edit culture. Edit culture will probably always be a thing on the internet.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that, I was thinking that YTP, well, not YTP itself, but edit culture has been on a kind of an incline recent times. Like, it's kind of been brought up again, especially, like, in the form of smaller shitposts. And I think that's been giving YTP a bit more, I guess, interest from a lot of people. And then we're also getting channels that, well, we're getting a few channels that have really exploded in popularity in recent times. And So I think if you ask me, I don't think YTP is going to die anytime soon. And even if it does die, like if YTP dies, I'm pretty sure just the concept of editing videos or the concept of editing another source to make it something completely different is something that's always going to remain, even if it's not called YTP. Though, if you ask me, the original trend that was YTP, I think is past its heyday. But I think if you ask me, as long as people still want to watch YTP, there's going to still be YTP. Someone's going to do it. Either they're going to just try to get cheap YouTube fame, or if they genuinely want to make YTP, YTP's going to remain.
All right, next question. What got you guys into actually making YTP in the first place? Just watching people,
Yeah,
really.
just watching YTP, really. I mean, it was just kind of a thing. I think it was, well, we've known about YTP for many years, but I think it just came down to, hey, this is cool. I want to make this cool thing. So that's kind of just how it started. Here's a good question that I'm sure a lot of people are wondering. What is it like working together on a single YTP? Hell. It is hell. Just kidding.
There are, sometimes we have disagreements with what we want in the video, so it can get a little hellish. But overall, working together isn't really that bad.
I think it helps that we've been working together on most things for a long time, well, basically forever. So it was a natural, like, it wasn't hard to apply that to YTP, but yeah, it usually goes pretty well. But there are a couple of disagreements, and those are usually, I think what ends up usually happening is if there's a joke that the other person really, or just something that the other person really doesn't want to put in, we'll usually make like a little system where we'll keep the joke, we'll either remove the joke or keep it, but the other person gets to add something into video without the other one objecting to it. And that's led to some, actually, I think that's led to some pretty beneficial things, because that's usually led to jokes that, or things in the video that have remained that people have actually genuinely liked, or in some cases, entire videos.
All right.
Hope that answers it.
You just interrupted me.
What? No?
All right, and finally, what are both of your favorite YTPers? I know this is a really lazy way. You just interrupted me.
I'm
again.
thinking out loud, you dork. Keep talking. We're gonna talk over each other a lot, like we always do. It's just in front of a microphone this time.
Okay, first of all. Second of all. That was not in any rude spite. I just needed to cough.
I gotcha.
I know this is a really lazy way to answer the question, but if you honestly want to know what some of our favorite YTPers are, just check the recommended channel section on our channel.
Yeah, those are most of the people. Those are the people that if you're subscribed to us, you should also be subscribed to. But I guess if there's for a few people that aren't in there, a few that I've really liked before are, and I know we'll talk a little bit more about this, is I really liked Cartoon Lover and Mobro Studios, and I know Mobro's actually got back recently, even though and Cartoon Lover doesn't make videos anymore. I guess if I'm to think of a couple of other ones, Jimmy Davis is also really good. I like Jimmy Davis's videos a lot, and I'm Keith Carlson. I guess this is kind of a generic answer. I'm going to be real. I haven't actually watched YTP in a good while, and I was going to watch a bit more so I could get a bit more of a, I could answer this question a bit better, but I didn't get
But really,
to it.
if you want to know our absolute favorites, just check that section right there.
Yes, just check the channel box and on the channel.
All right. So are we ready to watch some more videos?
Yes. Okay, so this next video is actually pretty special. So this is YouTube Poop, the Magic School Bus Devours a Jar of Honey. And this was a pretty landmark video on the channel for multiple reasons, most of which we'll get to after we watch it. But, so this was the first time we decided to actually join a collab, and this was for Ryan YTP's 90s collab. And, first let's actually watch the video itself, because I think I don't like using this word, but the jumping quality, I think, is definitely noticeable, so let's check it out first. I'm going to start it now, and go.
Oh yeah, I also want to make a mention about the rendering. Originally, like, when I was working on this in Vegas, I rendered these in, like, 1080p, but they were, like...
Did you?
They're, like, 1080p, but they
You
look
must
like
have gotten the
garbage.
settings wrong.
I got the
because
settings wrong, probably,
compressed.
so a lot of the older videos look like
Well,
really
they look
garbage.
like YouTube Poops, that's for sure. Who cares about video quality? Actually, don't answer that. Some people actually do. Oh yeah, also resampling isn't disabled. Oh yay, the DDR joke. Brrr. Yeah, already it's looking way better than the other ones. Oh, I just want to say, if you thought the last one was bad, get ready for the best masking of all time.
Great. Okay, so
that was all you. I'm putting the blame on you for that one.
Here's the story about this mask. At the time, I did not know negative masking existed, so I tried my best to cover up the logo.
Okay, let's continue. Oh boy, there's Bike Kid. There's the first time Bike Kid showed up. I can't. Oh, I actually didn't know we kept that in.
I remember what the
joke was
sentence
that?
mix joke was.
What?
But it was the reason I cut it out was kind of silly, so I don't really want to disclose why.
Okay. I was actually gonna explain it, but I guess we can skip that over one if you don't want to talk
But
about
I
it.
do remember what it was, and I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So it was replaced with
A blank square.
a blank square.
Take two.
There he is again. I was really proud about that one specifically when we first made it.
You suck. No.
Okay,
The
so
swinging watermark, is that what you're going to talk about?
yeah. Originally, in some of our older videos, you were going to do something with the watermark.
Oh yeah, we dropped that pretty quickly though. Like another running thing that we dropped.
I'll
but you'll
show
see-
you. I'll show you the more
What?
when we get to it.
I actually wasn't
because
going to
some
point
of them
them
are
out,
pretty
but I was just
subtle.
going to acknowledge
That-
that they're there.
Yeah, that's like the only non-subtle one that we did.
Oh yeah, also, I guess if you stop it, I feel like one thing that always seemed to plague our older videos were just jokes that went nowhere. Where it looked like it was setting up to something and then it just, like that for instance, like it just, the Michael voice line doesn't really match with the joke from before, and there was just a big problem on some of the old ones. I don't actually, there weren't too many, but they existed. Anyway. Oh, I like this one coming up. I'm still proud of this joke, even though no one's gonna get it.
And this one.
Okay, that one's just funny. I don't know if YouTube compressed the video again, because I don't remember it looking this bad when we first uploaded it. Wasn't the whole, like, second half of this video made, like, a month after the first half?
Obligatory hate Viacom jokes.
I don't think we ever actually made a YTP on a Viacom source despite making that joke. So I don't even know
I mean,
why.
that joke is still kind of funny.
I think it was just because it was a thing of
Some of
no,
these
you know what?
Some of these jokes I'm
Because-
realizing, like, some are kind of bad, but some of these still work. This video
What?
kind of holds up. but,
That's
like,
okay. I don't think it's
still work.
perfect, but... Ah, not the bee. I knew it.
I don't know why it's in reverse. Don't ask.
Actually, the, well, it makes for good background. Oh, okay, let's go.
Okay, so a little bit about that ending card. For one thing, fun fact, the music in the background, it works really well when I really hear it, but I think it
It's a
was a
little quiet,
slow
but
down and down pitched Twilight Techno by Dim Rain 47.
Yeah, was that what it was? Well, I mean, I think you made that, so I guess you would be the only one who knew. But anyway. Okay, so I guess a little bit more about that video specifically. So, that was actually a pretty landmark video on the channel because, so after we submitted that, what ended up happening was we didn't expect anything to happen after this. So the channel had basically had no activity despite those 3 videos existing. We were, still, the channel only had 4 subscribers, and the only people who had seen the videos were like close friends and family. But after we uploaded that one, we didn't expect anything to happen to it aside from maybe Ryan accepting it or not accepting it, and that was like going to be the only activity it had. Well, what actually ended up happening was we uploaded at night, as we usually do, and overnight, we came back, and the channel had 7 subscribers, and one of those subscribers, so the first non-family subscriber, whoever subscribed to the channel, was B. Thompson. And if that name doesn't sound familiar to you, then for one, I feel bad, because that means I'm old already, and two, not to use like popularity as a sort of status, but it was a well-respected and popular Y2P'er at the time. Also a really cool dude in general. And he liked the video, he subscribed to the channel, and then that actually in turn ended up getting the video more attention. And it actually just over time, even when and after the collab came out, the video just skyrocketed in views, and at the time was one of our most viewed, and it was the first, like, it hit 1,000 views, I think, in only a matter of weeks, and this was crazy coming from a channel that had less than 10 subscribers. I'd have to look at the stats just to make sure if my facts are correct, but that's basically the story. So while the first video we may have uploaded was the Caillou one, this was the first video where the channel really started, and I think that kind of started, like, we kind of thought, like, well, this is gonna work out now, I guess. I think this can go somewhere, and I guess we gotta just keep making videos.
All right, do
That
we
was
answer
long.
questions now, or?
Yes, I think it's time to answer some questions. Do you have any comments on that, or do you think that matches up pretty well?
How about we just watch this one, because...
Oh, no. It's, I'm looking at the list. No, we're gonna answer one more right now. But,
Okay.
Oh, no. This one, actually, we were supposed to watch it. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the next one. Before
is-
we answer some questions, this is a short one. So this is just a quick video we made. This was, actually, you explain this, because I think you made this one.
This is a short video I made in, like, I don't know how long. Maybe it was a couple hours at the time. Maybe like 2 hours for 18 seconds of a short YTP. It's called Chaotic Villager Chase Scene.
Well, I think the reason we made this because at the time we wanted to make a Villager News YTP because we were still really big into Minecraft at the time. But, like, I mean, I still like the game, but, like, really big into the game.
So we made this, and then we wanted to make a full version later, and it was going to...
Yeah, that didn't
We
happen.
had a lot of plans for it, but we dropped the
I think that was,
idea
like,
at
one of
some
the
point.
oldest videos that we had planned that just never ended up happening.
But we still have this. Just let's check out the little bit that we have of this.
Okay, let's go.
Stop! Stop!
Oh, wow, it's already an improvement.
Look at him go!
Look at him go!
Look at him go! Violating the law! Violating the law! Violating the law! Violating the law! Mom!
Yeah, so that's that.
All right, let's answer questions.
Yeah, that actually holds up way better than I expected it to. That one's probably the oldest video on a channel that's aged well, I guess. Not that the original Magic School Bus hasn't aged all right, but I definitely thought there was stuff to be improved there. Anyway, all right. So the next set of questions comes from Ash Snyder. I'm hoping I said that right. And the first thing they ask is, what is your favorite YTP collab?
I'd probably have to say the first 2 90s collabs.
The SpongeBob Send-Off collab.
Stop.
No.
I could talk about that for like an hour.
We're not talking
on
about
end.
that.
But basically, both 90s collabs are just really fun collabs to watch if
What about
you
the
want to
third
check
one?
them out. Yeah, the third one as well, but I never really watched that one.
I watched a bit of it. I
like-
did not finish it because it was I think I was
I
busy.
liked
still get
it,
to
but
finish
I
it
think I like the first 2 better.
because you were in them.
Stop. Okay, well, I specifically remember setting time in my, I think it was sophomore year, to watch the entirety of the 90s collab 2 during my breaks.
That's cute.
And of course the 90s collab was the first collab I joined, but that's not the main reason I like it. The main reason I like those 2 is that there's just a lot of really entertaining videos in those collabs.
I think the third one was good too.
The third one was also really, okay.
I haven't finished it though,
Again,
so I
I
can't
just
really
haven't
speak for it.
finished it, so I can't judge.
We should
I
watch it
probably
after
would like
this.
it just as good as the other 2 though.
Yeah. For me, let me think. I like the Pixar collab a lot, right? That Nation did recently, but admittedly, again, I'm a bit out of the loop when it comes to actually watching YTP. But there has to be another one that I'm just forgetting. But that was one that I watched all the way through and actually really enjoyed everyone. I also liked how they were somewhat ordered by movie. That was cool. So there was actually, like, they were all played in their entirety, but there was a somewhat of a, you know, a pattern to it. But anyway, yeah. The next one is, why is this a multiple person channel? Well, because we've done everything multiple person, and I think we even did, like, literally everything multiple person at the time, and we were practically the same person at the time, just with minor personality differences. I don't think we actually started splitting personality wise until after we started the channel. That match up?
Yeah, that does.
Okay. What is your favorite
Is it still
audio
recording?
effect? Yes, it's still going. I can see it. Anyway, what is your favorite audio effect to use in YTPs?
Probably...
Vibrato.
Yeah, vibrato probably. I don't really use too much audio effects. I don't even have Vocodex. I mean, I think I have it for FL Studio, but I don't have it, like, the normal plugin for Vegas.
I
If
like
that's even how
vibrato.
it works. I like vibrato. I also like robot. That's probably it.
What do you think about extremely overused YTP jokes? The layers of irony that come with them. Oh, so are you talking like sauce jokes? Well, let's think. I'm probably the wrong person to ask about this because I genuinely don't care what people put in their videos as long as they enjoy making it. Like, people will talk about, like, overused things in YTP or that the videos have to be good, but if you ask me, the only thing that the only thing that makes a YTP good is if the creator themselves thinks it's good. I mean, that's I think that's oversimplifying it. There is a threshold, but I think that threshold is incredibly low. And I'm going to do a very poor job explaining everything just in a quick recording. But I guess if we're talking, like, when people are self-aware about them using a joke that's been done a bunch of times, again, I guess I don't care. But if you ask me, I think it really comes down to not the joke itself, but how people use it. Because if we're going to talk about overused jokes, I guess you could put CDI in that category, and CDI is still used in very, very well and still in new ways to this day. So, yeah. What about you? What do you think about overused jokes?
I think you summed it up pretty perfectly.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Nothing.
All right, next question. Do you dance too fast for the old people, the mole people? That's probably a reference I don't get.
Same, I don't get it either. Wheat and wheat byproducts, which is, I think, that's what the bootleg Hank Hill says. Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
Am I annoying? No. Question mark. You forgot to answer a question there, or leave a question there. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. Should I leave? You can if you want. Why is the door locked? I don't know. Hello? Hello? That's it.
All right. I think next we can...
Oh, yeah, time for another video.
Okay, this one's going to be fun.
Oh, this is, yeah. So this game, what's the difference between this? This is about a month later. And this was the first Barney YTP we did. This was for Big Eyes Luigi's Barney collab. And that's about it for prefacing. I guess I do have a few things to say after it, but first let's watch the video. This one's a good one. Or actually, yeah, let's see how it holds up. Hold on, my headphones are broken. I'm gonna fix it. No one's going. There we go. No, it doesn't. Why did you say it works there? No one's going to get that.
That is a song, yeah, that's a song that no one is going to get because...
Guess what? It's a DDR joke. Who knew?
Okay, here's the other thing. Probably nobody ever noticed this, but in this scene right here and just this scene, we flipped the watermark upside down.
We don't have to point out every watermark joke. Just look at the watermark for the entire video.
It's funny.
It's kind of funny, yeah. We should just put another watermark joke in the newest video or something for people to notice.
Barney told us that. Sunday, Monday, Sunday, Monday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Continuity error.
Barney's birthday.
That's some top tier sentence fixing right there. I don't think we could ever get that one to work, but we still wanted to make the joke anyway.
Which was this one.
Actually, let's go back so we can watch it in full. Oops.
Barney's birthday.
Good.
I still like it. I actually forgot about that one.
How old are you today, Barney?
Oh yeah, I know some kid actually got legitimately mad that we made that joke. Here, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, Barney.
A scene so trippy that even...
Vegas couldn't handle it because with your GPU-less computer. How long did it take us to get a GPU that was like actually decent? Oh yeah, my first moment of like, oh god, am I getting older? I mean, I'm 18, but like, was when someone couldn't figure out what Chains was. Someone asked what the song was, and I'm like, because it was like that was on the charts at the time we made this video, and I'm like, no, it's not been that long.
Yeah. How...
The frame! No, don't click it. Look at his face.
Okay, that is a serious question. How did they overlook this?
It doesn't even look that like. Oh, it kind of does actually.
Wait a second.
The only regret with this joke is that we gave away the joke before it actually. We gave away the joke before it happened. I guess this is like the first time we start doing the cinematic scenes as people dub them, and also forgetting to uncheck maintain aspect ratio.
Oh yeah, the only reason that we put in the FNAF office is because
it was...
I think it was because it was like the only thing on my computer at the time, and I was too
Well,
lazy
also
to...
this is like before the fan base got really bad, so it wasn't like it was a bad thing.
Okay, let's just finish the joke.
For Barney, he couldn't handle the fibbing. In Comic Sans indented to the right.
There's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you love.
Alright, and that's the video. Oh, we're starting the next one. No, we're not. We're gonna talk about the video. What do you think about that one? How's it aged?
Not the best.
Yeah, I think there's some better
I
ones.
think-
I think the Minecraft YTP aged better than that video. But
I
there
still
are some
like
jokes
it.
I like, though.
still like it.
There's some
Some of the
choppiness
stuff
to it.
is like...
There's some old, like, beginner's charm choppiness to it. Anyway, yeah. I think what's interesting about that video was that was the video...
message to everyone starting out YTP. Don't feel bad if, like, your editing is too choppy.
No, yeah, don't feel bad if your editing's choppy. I don't feel bad if your editing's choppy at all on a YTP, because, well... I mean, yeah, well, especially if you're starting out. Because, for one thing, there's no real standard to this, and also... you'll make it cleaner and start picking up things over time. So anyway, yeah, I guess enough of that. But I guess one thing I did want to say about that video is that video was pretty huge for keeping the channel growing, because I think when the actual collab came out for that video, we jumped like 5 subscribers that day on a channel that had 15 subscribers.
Maybe you had like 10. I don't remember.
I don't remember, but whatever it was, the collab really helped. That collab really helped getting us off the ground. Thank you, Big Eyes Luigi, for putting our video first, because that really helped. Thank you. Not that I care about popularity, but like it's still interesting.
I was gonna make a comment about how you just make a comment about popularity and stuff.
Oh, are we getting meta now?
Okay,
Anyway,
so are we watching this next video or are we answering questions?
No, near answering questions right now. Okay, so our next set of questions comes from POTG, who says, "It's your boy POG here with my questions. Am I the big gay? Probably." Well, I think you answered your own question, because I actually can't answer that. On a scale of 1 to 42, how much of a meme lord are you?
43.
69. Where are you from? California. And then the last question is a hat emoji next to an eye emoji. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is a reference I don't get. Maybe it's a Hat in Time reference.
Joke?
I have not played that game. What?
Is it Motendu?
Oh, is it a Moten Do reference? No, I don't know. If it is a Moten Do reference, then props then, I guess. That's it. We'll answer more questions later. Anyway, let's get into the next video.
Okay, so a little bit of a preface on this video. I used to really like ear rape, and you are going to see the prime example of that in this video.
Also, the quality is massively panned. Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure YouTube did something to this video because I don't remember it looking like this.
Let's just watch it.
What is this rendered in? This is in 720. How did we screw this up?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, it'll get better. So let's go.
I look
Good looking, good looking, good looking. Slide to the left. He's coming. Good. The door's in place. Let's hide. Hide.
That used to be something different, didn't it?
That's right.
I'm noticing most of the jokes in this have aged pretty well.
God, I can't stand the... It's funny, like, now I can't even stand it.
What?
Oh god, the...
You mean the ear?
No, the volume levels, like...
Oh, the
This was
contrast.
back when I really didn't care about volume levels.
Well, I guess you should make your volume at least, or not make the ear rape too much of a difference in the normal volume. Also, that was back when that was considered a trippy scene, an acid trip scene. Or something impressive at the time, because that was when this
you
trend was
guys,
actually
like-
starting to start.
They'll probably just...
Of course
This
it's
is
funny. It's funny.
Oh boy.
This isn't funny.
Well. It looks like someone needs a... Stop sulking, Garfield. I know you don't like taking a...
Taking a bath is shit.
So boring.
That's because you are.
That's that. Oh, whoops. We're starting the next one by accident. That's actually aged decently. I don't... Aside from
Kind
maybe...
of.
I mean, aside from maybe the masking, that's actually not bad. I
don't
like the
really
jokes
like-
in that. What?
It's...
Of course,
Well,
the
I
iFunny
think this
joke
one
is
hits
aged
me
terribly, but,
harder
like,
because... I made that one pretty much entirely.
That's true. You did make
And
most
so
of that.
I'm just remembering all of the bad editing mistakes that I do now.
So-
And it's just...
Well, you should use your own tip about not feeling bad when you're starting YTP. Or,
Fuck you.
fuck you. Anyway, so we're going to jump right into the next one here. So... What?
Do something.
I don't know. I just blinked for a minute. So the source on this, the origin of the source is actually pretty funny. So this was a while back in 2015.
There was a user under the name Tyler YTP.
Yeah, and
He doesn't make videos anymore, but
No,
he
he was
made
cool, though.
probably some of the best Windows Movie Maker YTPs. I don't
Yeah.
know why I don't know why I.
Well, no,
put
he made good
emphasis
videos.
on Windows, but
But you make good videos. Well, anyway, he made this video one day where he was just called "Poop Me Please," and he made a little video just saying like, "Turn it into a YTP. Take the video and turn it into a YTP." And a few people actually did, which I wish there were more like things that people did like that. Anyway, it's just a fun little like self-made fad into a small circle in the YTP community. But anyway, I liked it a lot. So
I wonder what something like I wonder what something like this would look like if it was like done now. Like
Or by-
a fad where like someone says "poop me."
well, it would have to
And
be. I get.
I wonder what that would look like.
If
But
someone
anyway,
poops
let's
this
just
video,
get on with this.
This awkward commentary.
I have a take in this video. I want you to do this video. I want put it in and turn me into a poop.
Okay.
Use what?
Oh yeah. Fun fact, the reason the star is spinning like that is because I didn't know that if you took the center part of the frame, like the little dot, I don't know what
And
it's
dragged
called,
it to the
and
object.
dragged it to like the center of the object, and you can spin it on that axis, so it spins in the center of the
I think-
axis that it spins on is in the center of the video.
I think it looks better the way we left it, to be honest. Alright. I remember that.
You may be. Wow, why are you doing this? Well, the things one, noise puppet, the puppet. So I thought,
More
hey,
FNAF jokes.
I think that was a meta
make
joke
a-
about not liking FNAF jokes or something if we went back, but I'm not going to.
So,
Oh, that's...
That's all I want you to do.
Okay, so another funny thing. That very last one, the one with the bite kid in it, that effect spam, there was supposed to be an audio effect at the very last one, right after where it gets quiet. I don't know why it didn't render. I don't know why I'm even saying this.
Well,
guess
it
just
did
thought
render. I thought it did render.
It was supposed to, like, it was a vibrato effect.
Oh. We've had some problems with Vegas doing audio in the past.
Yeah, you'll see that in a later video.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, so that's about it. So I think it's time to answer a few more questions.
These ones are from...
Nice7, which I'm assuming is supposed to be pronounced Night. And he says, what is your favorite of genre YTP to watch? I just like, I guess humorous YTPs, if that's a genre. I guess, or classic style, I think is what people refer to them as.
I prefer more fast-paced YTPs with comedy. Similar to that of Paper King and NK Power. If you've ever seen those videos, you probably have if you're watching this video. Or if you've even watched far enough into this video.
They probably left us in the first 5 minutes. I'm kidding, I'm editing that out. The next question is, what is the first YTP that you watched, and what is your opinion on it nowadays?
The first YTP we watched is a video called YouTube Poop Barney Teaches Kids a Valuable Lesson. It is a camcorder YTP with very little edits that our 11-year-old selves thought was the funniest thing we had seen at the time.
Actually,
nowadays...
time to retcon, because I actually discovered that the actual first YTP we ever saw was not that one. Objection. It was actually Walrus Guy's Mario farts in Luigi's face while I play unfitting music. And I actually just watched that today, and it is just as immature but well edited as it was back then. Don't look at me like that. You can look it up yourself. That's the actual first one I watched.
I completely forgot about that video. Hold on, can we just look that up quickly?
Yes, we're taking an intermission just to watch that video. That it.
Okay, that was news to me. I completely forgot that that video existed.
Well, now you know. But no, in terms of the Barney one, yeah, it's shit. Huge pile of shit. 3, do you listen to music while you edit? If so, what kind of music?
We do not.
Actually, no. Yeah, I usually hear
the
video.
It's just better to watch the video.
Or I need to hear the audio in the video to know exactly what I'm doing. I guess if I were, I would put jazz very quietly in the background is what I would do.
Put classical.
Yeah, something like that. But no, we don't listen to music while we edit. And then the last question just says, do eggs.
All right.
Do eggs what? Anyway.
Next question, or are we going on to the next?
Nope. I think it is time to move on to the next video. Okay, and the next video, oh, actually, there is one more. Oh, no. So this is, I think, one of the only videos we've actually unlisted on our channel, and this one is called The Power of Video Effects. And at the time...
we just want everyone to watch this just to see how dated this actually is. And
so
no, we are not going to share the link to this video after we show this because it is really embarrassing. Are you ready for it?
Embarrassing me. What? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna explain a little bit about it. Alright, here we go. Okay, boy, that was what a great video that was. I love how people, like, actually like this in the comment section. Actually, no. I mean, I guess...
At the time, effects weren't that big.
Yeah, because you weren't seeing, like, this was 2015, so this was, like, when the trippy stuff really just started getting popular. And this was even, this was June. This was before even they were being noticed too much. And I guess this was impressive a little at the time. Actually, it wasn't as bad as I initially thought, but, I mean, I guess at the time, at the time, yeah, it may have been a little bit better, but I think even I could do a bit better now, and I'm not even the kind of person who specializes in effects like that. Anyway, time for the real next one.
All right, so a little bit of a prologue for this one. In the summer of 2015, the user known as Kulu Otaku, or Kulu for short, who doesn't make videos anymore, and I'm kind of sad about that because they were a really cool person.
Just kind of disappeared one day. So sad.
They hosted this thing called the Hedgehog Days of Summer YTP tournament. It was a YTP tournament. That's about it. Thanks for watching.
Well, essentially how it worked was
basically it was
they would match you up with another YTP, or you would make a video on the same source and usually had a gimmick with it, and then whichever one people voted on, which video they liked more, they would move on to the next round. It was actually pretty fun, but I'm not sure if it would work very well today, especially with people taking YTP way too seriously, if you ask me. No, actually, no, people took it way more seriously back in 2015. I don't condone it. But
that's another story.
That's a story for another day. I don't condone it, personally.
Okay, so let's watch it. It's called YouTube Poop Who's Gotta Get Spinge Bill Back Anyway.
He died. Oh, Lucalex. Do you remember Lucalex?
Yes, I do.
He was cool too. He did have like a normal. He announced like he was being retired though, so he didn't just disappear.
Hey, listen. We're gonna do change letter. Change letter. Change letter.
The editing's not too bad.
No, this actually holds up pretty well. I forgot about that.
What's this? A show underpopulated by bees? A large influx of bees ought to put a stop to that.
All right, Wavy. You're woke.
All right, and now for the real star of the show.
It sure is trouble around here, now that Bob is gone.
Yo, what's up?
Damn it, Bob!
Okay, fun fact about that. Our dad really liked that joke. For some reason.
I gotta get SpongeBob back! I gotta get SpongeBob back! Hi, can I get...
The little combo meter. I still regret not finding like an actually good like gunfire I guess not effect, but like something to go over the gun. Anyway.
Okay. There was a minor detail that I just noticed throughout the video, but I'm not gonna go over because it's kind of embarrassing. Let's move on.
Why did you pause the video?
We need some wheels.
We need some wheels, some wheels, some wheels.
Want to talk about
Dinner.
Oh yeah, it was back when using CDI jokes was... I forgot I made that.
No, I am not stepping on you.
That's so dumb, but I love it. Anyway.
I know. No! Here's the key.
I think it's still uninspired to this day. But
No,
whatever. We still used it in later videos, so whatever.
What?
Why am I pausing?
Yeah, why are you pausing the video? Keep moving!
It's not him. It's him.
Hello, you secret lemonade drinkers. Jim Sterling here.
I am proud of that joke still.
The tree!
Don't look back! Where am I?
The realm of the tooth demon.
Master planning.
Actually, it's not that bad. No, I do think it
Okay, you guys want to hear the best YTP MV ever?
Well, we were forced to put this in, so I don't think it had to be that good.
Okay, here we go.
Oh boy, that bass. Or, excuse me, kick. That's not a bass. What am I talking about? I'll actually, okay. I guess I'll say this afterward. Okay, I will legitimately, I'll PayPal someone $20 to anyone who actually can state what that reference is. Because I was so proud of making that, and no one knows what it is. Not like I was expecting anyone to, but still. That's like,
I am so unproud of that YTPMV. I'd probably suck at YTPMVs now, but
the percussion was the only thing that was bad. But in terms of syncing up like Squidward's dialogue to the music, that wasn't the worst thing ever.
I guess not, but I'm still not proud of that.
I mean, anything's better when ELFan YTP's phone trossel YTPMV exists. Oh wait, what am I saying? That's the best YTPMV.
1 sex later. Where's that Krabby Patty?
Let's take a look at that
secret formula, shall we?
I used to be a cow. The end.
Alright, that's actually a pretty good video, if I do say so myself.
It was alright.
No? You don't think so?
I think we've done better, but...
Well, yeah, but like at the time, that was probably the best video we've done. I still think it holds up pretty well. Oh god, I'm looking through this comment section, and so many of these people are people who don't make videos anymore. But oh god. And then like the other half of people are people who've changed their name. Like, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, Sineku. Does Sineku still make videos? Maybe I'm just out of the loop. I'm gonna check that right now. No, Sineku does not make videos. Oh. I miss this. I miss 2015 sometimes. I mean, at least the people. I don't actually miss, like, the community in 2015. God, no. Anyway, so, I guess what's a fun thing to explain about this is, so we expected to get knocked out round 1 in the tournament because, you know, we're a first year just doing this and we only had, like, a few videos at the time, but, no, we actually made it to, like, the final round and then made the shittiest video ever, and then that's why we, didn't win. Or actually, because it was a Disco Glacier and his video was actually legitimately great, so it would have been hard to compete anyway. But, no, I would say the tournament was probably one of the best, or one of the biggest ways our channel got to other YTPers at the time, and it was a lot of fun, I would say, I guess.
Alright, are we gonna watch another video, or are we answering questions?
No, we are doing one more set of questions, and actually this is only 2 questions. So Unjust Locket asks, what is your favorite album?
Shatter Me.
I actually don't know if I have an answer to this question. Did it do? I don't think I have a good answer for this question. I'm not as much of a music person. And then Zevio asks, is Zevio the best channel ever, if you want it to be? That's about it. Alright, so...
time for another embarrassing video.
Really? I actually like this one. So this
is... it's not really embarrassing, it's kind of...
This next one's called Gordon, but Gordon has a bunch of zeros where the O should be. Gordon's Restaurant Fiasco. Oh, I just realized we haven't been giving all the titles to the videos. I guess I'll just put them on the corner of the screen whenever I edit this in post-editing. But anyway, so this was for Big Eyes Luigi's Gordon Ramsay collab.
That doesn't exist anymore.
No, it got removed, which is a bit disappointing. I actually did like it, but...
let's check it out.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Oh yeah, remember when we were in a drought and then everyone was making fun of the fact that we have no water?
The restaurant is food. The wall. The owners are food. Why would you open a restaurant if the restaurant opens you? In Soviet Russia. The restaurant opens you. The chef.
God damn it.
That was funny, come on.
California. Casa Roma.
That's another good example of what trippy.
2015 trippy
or
YTP.
more of an attempt at a trippy YTP. Actually, I don't know.
This restaurant knows. This restaurant knows.
I still like that joke.
I like it too. The masking's good too.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yo.
What restaurant were you working in before you got here?
Grocery store and carpet cleaning. Grocery cleaning and carpet store.
I know.
Why would you open a restaurant if
Because we're insane. Because we're insane. I was so excited whenever Chef Ramsay walked in the door. It's like,
Oh my god, are you okay?
it's like.
Can we just comment about this face?
I haven't been commenting actually about much on this one. I've just been kind of digesting it because I haven't seen this one in forever. Oh yeah, we actually made the... That was the watermark joke. We actually gave it a little, made it have a little rave session. Also, no one's gonna know what song that is because I don't even think I know what that song is. No, I do know what song that is. That's from Poppin' Music. That's the Vamani joke. Anyway, yeah. What do you think?
That was not as bad as I thought it was.
No, I
think it's just... It's an obscure video from an obscure source.
No, I think this is our... No, this isn't the least viewed. This is like the second least viewed video we have. Unless... and I mean, people like this. I like it.
It was okay.
I like it.
Okay. Are we doing another... Are we answering more questions or not?
I don't think so for this one. Nope. We are doing the next video. So this is round 2 of the round 2 of the tournament, and this was with a bunch of I think these were all sources we hadn't used before, and this actually marks the first time we did a TF2 YTP. So this video is called "That 70s Style Adventure of Filthy Drake and Josh the Spy," which I still think is a good title.
Every villain is Lemons, otherwise known as.
Who is that?
I forgot.
I actually don't know who that is. Also, I like the Narnia joke. Oh yeah, and this is actually our introduction to a Filthy Frank at the time, because those were the sources we had to use.
Filthy show. This show is known for being a show, and it's the worst show on the internet, if you could even call it a show.
Another
Viacom.
Another fucking...
That impacts society on a larger scale. That's it. Now
I actually want to go back and read that because I don't think I've read that in a long time. Okay, let's check it out.
That's it.
The end. This is the end of the poop, so now it's over. Don't hate cause Code and I are nubs, but it is okay cause we are not, know that we are bad at YTP. Now
oh yeah. Remember when the entire remember when the entire it was a thing to say you were bad at YTP?
I think people still do that because
people still do that, but that was like big in 2015.
Well, I think people just really like to self-deprecate themselves then. I think people were unironically doing that.
Give us dem
ratings. So now give us dem
ratings
and no dislikes because we worked so hard on this. The source is made by Filthy Franz. Yeah, I don't know what to put here. It's just too extended to make it go fast, but it's okay. Ping is... Now we're just filling this up. Forget the bad grammar. That was only a joke, but I bet you knew that. Haha, toast. Actually, I don't know what to put here. Oh, I know. AR's name is pronounced AR, not AR. It's like saying TJ with the letters, but with AR instead. Or with the letters AR instead. You were probably pronouncing it R because code is pronounced regularly. Lol, the more you know, insert shooting star. That's actually true. Stop breaking your pause button now. Okay, I'll stop typing these. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and one more thing. If you keep pausing the video to read this thing, it's for you. Blah, blah, blah. No one read this. Similarly, no one read this. Notice the spelling error. You're looking closer to find the spelling error. You realize there is none. I got you. Okay, I'm done. Blah, blah, blah. Now just unpause it now. The sentence mixing in this video is actually pretty good. I think it went unmatched for a while.
There's one question.
Oh yeah, the transition's pretty good too.
Whatever. Jackie, don't you have a whatever loser? You're a loser. Well.
Yeah, I had to mask that out.
The Hank Hill.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, actually.
I remember I had to do that.
I thought you had gotten a green screen for that one. Yeah, you can tell which source we didn't know how to use. Or how to work with.
Filthy Frank, filthy
This is a slight improvement off of the SpongeBob one.
Red spy is in my face.
I remember I was so proud of that joke.
We need to protect the and backs us.
I see is safe.
Someone else did that joke, I remember, was saying that the IC is safe.
Did anyone happen to see kill?
No.
Then
You suck.
Oh yeah, I love how we had to put this in because we were worried someone would take this the wrong way and get offended by the joke.
Add that to another list of jokes that don't make any sense.
Ooh, spies killed me plenty of times. Diamond times like you.
That's probably one of my favorite sentence mixes, that and this one coming up.
Obama.
None. That would be your mother.
and now he's here to us. The spy has already died.
Even you. He could even. He's the Red Spy. Now
I'm going to beat the crap out of you. See what I like about that joke? Oh wait, there's one more part. Okay, that's it. See what I like about that joke is that actually makes the source still make, or makes it still make sense, even though the whole second part of that is largely unedited. I mean, somewhat. So I'm just grabbing a water.
All right. Okay, I think we're gonna do another video.
No, actually, I think it's time to answer more questions.
No, I think I saw on the...
No, actually, you're correct.
This one's short anyway.
So yeah, here's the YTV short. So this is called Gag Rugs. I bet you could guess what the source is just from that. This is like, this was just another, like, at the time, we would just make filler videos like this, and this was just a filler video. Here we go.
Not so grubs! Nuts. Game grubs. Not so grubs. Hey, I'm not so grubs. What are you? I'm not so grubs.
It's snowing on Mount Fuji.
Oh, whoops.
All right,
so
time to answer some more questions, I guess.
Yep. Okay, so this next set of questions is from Nitro Edits, and then he asks, first, is the favorite YTP you've ever done? And my answer to this is the Bill Wirtz one, because that was, I think that's legitimately the best one we've done, or at least it's my favorite one to make, and people seem to like it. So that's all that I need.
My favorite is probably that, and also the first Chatronic video.
That was a good one, too.
Both of which we're going to get to eventually.
Yeah, I'll explain more about why we liked them so much there. My back hurts. I might need to stand up for a second after this. So the next question is a good one. It's favorite Ddr game.
We could go into a giant conversation about what it is and why, but to put it simply,
well, I guess I'll answer this one then.
Yeah.
Well, for the arcade releases, each version is kind of an extension off of the last one content-wise, so that would really come down to how much you liked the in-game events. But even so, I still think that DDR Ace is the best arcade game, mainly because it's the only one in the US that has official e-amusement support. It's constantly getting updates, and especially now, they've been really plugging in with updates recently. And it also has a pretty dope song list as well, and they've decided to give it a bit more of an identity by making it more EDM-based, the tracks that is. And it's actually turned out to be pretty good. In terms of the home versions, which actually have differences to them, I haven't played the Xbox version, so I don't know how to judge those. But in terms of the PlayStation 2 versions and the Wii ones, I would either say that has to go to DDR2 or Hottest Party 5 if you live outside the US for the Wii. That one's a really good one. But in terms of the best mainline game, DDRX of the PlayStation 2 was the best one. It just has the best song list, and it has a real mission mode that's not bullshittingly difficult.
Favorite song from favorite DDR game?
Oh, wait, you didn't answer your answer to that. Which is your favorite DDR game?
Oh, sorry. I have to agree with Code when he says DDR Ace is the best arcade game. I genuinely think that that is probably the best arcade version. As for home version, I'm also very fond of DDR Max, and it's not because it was the first game we ever played.
Was it?
It's not. It was.
Or was the first DDR game we played? What was the first game we played?
Let me start.
Whatever.
It's not because it was the first DDR game we ever played, but I still think it's. I think it's legitimately fun. It's very nice. Has a really good song list. Yeah, that's really about it.
Yeah, actually, I think DDR Max is pretty funny because it's the only DDR game where its song list is objectively better than its Japanese counterpart. Actually, the whole game is, because the original version is just straight up unfinished, and they basically finished it when they made the US version. And that was also back when the US got certain songs before Japan did, which was also kind of cool.
All right.
Well, it's also back when they made home versions. Anyway,
favorite song from favorite DDR game.
Oh, I didn't realize the from favorite DDR game is there. Well, since my favorite's Ace and it has all of them. Well, no, that's not true. It doesn't have all of them. Some of them got retconned. Or replaced. Or removed. Not replaced, removed. One of them got replaced, actually.
My favorite... Okay, so this could also refer to songs that were originally in DDR or songs that were crossed over into DDR. My favorite song that's original to DDR is Healing Vision Angelic Mix. Not the original, even though the original is good as well. I'm mainly talking about the remix that everyone knows about because it was on DDR Max.
Oh, wait. Well, that is the one that's referenced more often. I think it would be a bit of a stretch to say everyone knows about it.
As for our favorite DDR song, I think we can both agree. We can both agree on what collectively our favorite DDR song is. It's Second Heaven by Ryu.
I didn't say what my favorite original was. I like the new ones, but also some of the old ones. That's hard to choose. I guess if I were to say of all time, probably Candy Star from Max. That's a good song. I will definitely use that in a video at some point.
We already did.
Oh wait, we did do that. We watched the video where we did that.
Okay. Next question. Am I asking too many DDR-related questions?
You can never ask too many DDR-related questions. That's impossible.
How's the weather?
Weather's actually pretty good right now.
If you had never found YouTube poop, what would you be doing instead?
I have no idea. I don't make it all the time, but I check the forums all the time and think about things to do a lot related to YTPs. It's become so integrated in my normal everyday life that I have no idea just what I would do instead. I think I'd always wanted to do YouTube, so I may have probably tried a different YouTube genre or played more games or something. I want to know a parallel universe where I played more games and then became a game commentary channel.
Alright, and the last question. Do you like Phil Collins? That will be all.
Yes.
Unironically.
Yeah, Phil Collins is great.
Okay, so next video.
Alright, I'm going to take a second to stand up and stretch because my back hurts. And it's making me a little bit sleepy. But on the bright side, that might make me stop being energetic and actually give some good commentary for these.
Okay, so the next video. This was round 3 for the Hedgehog Days of Summer tournament. It's called YouTube Poop No Soup for Breakfast. And we were not familiar with Key and Peele or Seinfeld, which are the two sources that we used before making this video. So that made it a challenge. However,
I think this turned out pretty good.
I think this video still turned out pretty good, so let's just watch it.
Let's see how well it's aged.
F777 music.
Are we gonna get claimed for this? No, not for F777. Shout out to my Geometry Dash homies. See, like, I think we started replacing the trippy scene attempts with scenes like this, where they're abstract, but they make sense in context. I actually like these more. I don't know why we stopped doing these. Oh, this was against Brickertown. I totally forgot about that.
Go sub to Brickertown.
Yeah, go sub to Brickertown. Brickertown's legitimately amazing. Please.
Every morning there's a free tent.
You can just yourself, sir.
Roller. The fin fruit.
Aren't you a tiny plum?
This was the first time we did a Rosen joke in the video.
You want to eat me?
No thanks, Mr. Muffin.
But I want to die.
And who
I like that one.
a fapoon.
Get your brand new spoon. I use mine in the
Continental breakfast.
How long was it that we continued using element animation references in these videos?
I could not hear you because of the ear rape.
Oh. I am kind of glad we did cool it on the ear rape, the excessive ear rape that is, where they were just long scenes like that. And then after taking an overdose of overseas breakfast goodies, he became overwhelmed with joy and then spontaneously combusted. I guess if I'm going to critique on our old editing, the one thing I regret is that we don't ever center text boxes like this. Oh, and also I remember right after this is probably legitimately I think one of the best at the time, best sentence mix to be made just because of how long it was. Okay, here we go. Actually that's still pretty good actually. So I think the rule for this round was to God damn it, this is so loud.
Now we are back.
The rule with that round was to make a tennis, so we're like, hey, there's two of us, let's be creative and tennis ourselves with this.
It's Jerry!
Surprise!
What is this?
Well, so I got you something. I love to make the laugh. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
That's awkward.
And that's it.
That was very okay.
I like the first part. I think it was just that was just as as average as it could get, to be honest. Well, I mean, just as standard. There wasn't it wasn't sources we were used to working with, but I think we did do pretty good. The Seinfeld part was weird, but I think it did with the Key and Peele part at least. I think it was the best of what we had.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, yeah, let's see if there's what time is it? Okay, yeah, so we're watching one more. So this next one's actually pretty interesting. So I think this was probably... So in the beginning, there's going to be a cinematic scene, and I think this is probably the pinnacle in terms of the cinematic scenes that we did. And I have a little bit more to say about it afterwards. So this video is called Green Eggs and Chiseled Footballs, and this was for Big Eyes Luigi's Super Mario World YTP Collab 2, which never actually happened. But the video's still here, so let's give it a watch. How did you make that background, actually?
I forget.
Okay, so this was something that was actually brought up when we first uploaded this. Yes, the masking is on purpose. There is supposed to be a reason for the masking. Looking like that.
This took me 8 hours to make, I think, as well.
I helped. Give me credit.
You helped. I still like the way this turned out. Even
no, this is great, actually. We need to make more stuff like this, to be honest. I also found better techniques to make the panning look slightly better, so... Alright, despite saying to be continued, we never actually continued with this.
And we never will.
No, I'm not done with this yet. We are making something else with this. I have an idea for this, and you're gonna love it, and we're gonna make it.
Fine.
Get hype, everyone. And then it's actually pretty funny, because the rest of the video isn't too special, except like the Yoshi joke, though. The rest of the video isn't all that special. I mean, it's fine, but like...
Just don't talk, please.
Oh yeah,
Oh, your voice.
The Vine Sauce joke. Was this made in 2015? We've been watching Vine Sauce for 3 years. That would make sense.
I forget the reason why that wasn't chroma keyed.
That's Mama Luigi to you, Magic Koopa.
I actually like that joke. I've never seen anyone do that before, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
Pay for what you've done.
And that
That's good too. More Minecraft jokes. How long did the Minecraft jokes go on for until we
I don't know.
making those?
I probably would have added I Am Groot there if Guardians of the Galaxy was released at that time.
When did Guardians of the Galaxy release? When did it release?
I don't know.
Oh, funny ear rape. Oh, hold on. I keep starting the videos after the last one ends because they're all in a playlist. Probably could have, Can you turn off autoplay next on this? Oops, nope, you can't. I accidentally edited the playlist. Anyway, yeah, I guess I could remove the audio track afterwards. So yeah, that was that one. That's pretty good. Average.
Okay.
Average at best.
Alright, so answering more questions.
I mean, I guess in terms of my personal enjoyment. Okay, so another set of questions. So these next set are from Bandana Boy. And he asks, what are both of your favorite and least favorite poopisms?
Favorite poopism, sentence mixing.
If cinematic scenes count as a poopism, then that. But if not, probably also sentence mixing.
And least favorite, I have no least favorite.
Yeah, same. I don't really think about that. Oh, but if you had asked me a few years ago, there was one joke that people kept doing that I absolutely despised for some reason, where they would play the scene, they would play like a short clip in normal speed, and then they would make it gradually slower and slower and drag this out 6 or 7 times, and I absolutely hated it because it's like, it's not original. I was a dumb kid.
Next question. What YTP out of the ones that you both have made is your least favorite? We're gonna get to that one.
Yeah, we are. Is that the next one? Oh, that is not this one, but the one after this one is the least favorite, and we will explain that later and why it sucks so much.
Next one. Are any of you excited for Smash Ultimate?
Hell yeah. Who's not excited for Smash Ultimate? Don't answer that. Some edgy bitch in the comment section is going to be like, I'm not excited. No one cares. I'm hyped beyond all comprehension because I wanted Simon and K. Rool and they're in the game. Fuck yeah.
What are both of your favorite musicians?
Oh wait, are you excited
bands?
for Smash Ultimate?
Dude, I was reading the question.
You didn't answer the last question.
Yes, I'm excited for Smash Ultimate. Anyway,
Okay.
What are both of your favorite musicians / bands?
My music taste comprises of 40% or 45% rhythm game OSTs, 45% Toho arrangements, and 10% anything else. So I'm the least qualified person to answer this question. Though I guess if I am to give a good enough answer, I do like Ryu Star and Course K a lot, as well as Topaz Light's cool as well. I guess in terms of good Toho circles that I like Alice's Emotion a lot. Crazy Beats is also pretty good. What else? I do like Soundholic from occasionally, and Cool and Create can be a hit or miss, but they did make my favorite song ever, so yeah. That's probably not the answer you're looking for, though.
And I am too embarrassed to talk about this stuff because people are very harsh when it comes to judging music.
Well, they're also the same way about judging YTP. Oh.
Okay.
Well, that's one artist you like.
Lindsey Sterling. But
Lindsey
I've already
Sterling's
mentioned
good.
Lindsey Sterling
That's
earlier
true.
in the video.
Okay. Insert joke about, is this an original comment? And do you have the big gay? Yes. Number 7, is this bagel? No, this is a telephone. That's all.
Okay.
All right.
Next one.
Here's
a short one.
I guess we were supposed to watch this afterwards, but this is a short one. So this was for Ryan YTP's 50-minute challenge. So the goal of this was to make a YTP in 50 minutes. So we made this.
More Romani jokes. Can't get enough of those.
That was originally going to be like way more detailed, but I realized that would have taken up all of the 15 minutes if we made the original version.
A spider?
Oh, this was uploaded around that time as well, wasn't it?
What the hell is that?
What? Oh wow, nice pause. Okay. Oh
wow, it has exactly 1,000 views.
It shouldn't have any views. It should have 0 views. We're looking at the next one, by the way, not the Pymations YTB. Oh yeah, that was pretty good. That was a good video for what it was, at least.
I just wanted to make a comment about one thing about the Pymations YTP. The funny thing is that that puppet thing that was in the locker is from an obscure kid show called Crashbox. And the funny thing is, like, the day we uploaded that, someone still got the reference, which I was really happy about because we really liked that show when we were younger.
Okay, now here's the big one. Oh god.
This one.
This is CODEandAR's multi-source mayhem. This
should really be called CODEandAR's multi-source mess. Because that's what it is.
Can I rename the video? No, that's gonna fuck up everything, but this is, without a shadow of a doubt, the shittiest YTP we've ever done. So for context on this one, this was the final round of the Hedgehog Days of Summer tournament thing. And you might have noticed there were 5 rounds, and you may have noticed there's only 4 videos on the channel. And that is because
round 4 was unfinished and we never uploaded it.
We did upload it though.
Well, we did upload it. We never initially uploaded it, but we did upload it in like 2016, I think.
Yeah, we'll get to that at some point. But so so school had started for us at the time, and it was getting really hard to make videos, and we ended up greatly pushing the deadline, and Kulu extended it like twice, and it was pretty much all our It was pretty much all our fault. So round 4, it ended up being completed, but also got very short, and we expected to be done with that because I wanted to just get to school, but no, we passed, so we went on to the next one, and we're just like, fuck. So then this happened. This was made in 19 hours, and you might be thinking, like, why is it so bad then? You just made like one in 6 hours that was decent. Yeah, this was in 2015, and it's a 3-minute video made in 19 hours.
It's not good.
Yeah, needless to say, actually, it starts out okay, and
let's just watch it.
Yeah, let's just watch it. Oh yeah, I just remember the reason this ending got pushed. Kulu was like very definitive with the deadline because one person kept getting very upset that we didn't get the video on time and said that we were, quote, cheating or something like that. I'm not gonna name him here, but I guess anyone who remembers that, I'm going to say I guess, no, I'm going to say it, but anyway, let's watch the video, because there's some real funny moments in this one. Oh yeah, so our idea was, he gave us 10 sources to use, and we were like, why don't we use every single source? And I still think that's a nice idea, but it was executed so poorly, as you're going to see, that, you'll see. So I think the PVG segments is like the only good part of this video, and maybe the second one, but I forgot what it was.
Well, that's because I actually spent time on this.
Like all the parts of the video were supposed to be like this long, but some of the parts, like when it's split up into 10 parts, some of the parts are only like 10 seconds long. And then you're gonna see like half of this is okay, and then it starts. This is when it really starts getting. It really starts falling apart.
It's morning time and
yeah, you're also gonna notice that a good number of the jokes are just ear rape because loud noises are funny. I mean, ear rape is funny, but just not when it's just ear rape.
Hi, Crap Critic here.
So how do you talk about suicide without saying
Spaghetti!
Oh wait, that's not funny. Can't remember. His topic.
God damn it! Why did I use Yo Mama at that time?
Well, because I think it was a good reaction clip. And it's also accurate.
That was back when I used to hate Spit Dinner. I don't know if I ever hated Spit Dinner.
I never hated Spit Dinner. It was like a thing where it's like everyone was like, no, don't use Spit Dinner in your white TPs because it's not funny. And if you have like 1 second of Spit Dinner in your white, oh god, no, not this part. And we're back. Okay, we decided to take a bit of a break because my back was really starting to hurt and so was my head. So we're back now. Time to finish this up. So we were in the middle of this video and probably oh god, I just still hate the scene. I don't know why I started it here. We're gonna skip a little. I love the "this got us nowhere" frame. Where was this? Oh god. Okay, here we go. Oh wow, another Viacom joke. Okay.
How do you know really true?
Scout, where is this going?
My dad says,
Bring me a football helmet filled with
spaghetti!
That's still not funny.
More Vermont jokes.
There were like 3 of them in this one, I think. No, really? I'm running out of ideas.
Beat the old man at the ground.
I think the problem with this is much less of the video itself and the jokes itself. It's just that the bigger problem really is that there just wasn't enough time to, or we didn't give ourselves enough time to, I guess, kind of flesh it. Okay, that was funny. I can barely concentrate. This is going way too fast.
Warning. Source overload. Yeah, boy, this thing's gotta explode.
What? What is this? Oh. So, that happened. That's all, folks.
Okay, that's the whole video. Oh, stop it. We can't actually show that part, so I'm gonna have to really make sure I crop out the audio for that. Anyway, okay, so it wasn't very talkative. So what you just saw, I was saying that I think the problem with it is very much less, the video itself was just, or the jokes themselves, was just that we didn't give ourselves enough time to actually, like, finish the parts, so they just ended up becoming half-baked. And by the way, that ending scene was, it was supposed to be a much bigger scene where, it was gonna explode and such, but there were gonna be, like, all the characters from, like, the sources were gonna pop out, and they were gonna go rogue and start attacking, Yuboa, and I think, did we have the other characters at the time? Or was it just Yuboa? I don't know. So it was supposed to be essentially just way better than it actually was. I guess when I'm rewatching it again, it's bad.
I cringed.
No, I hate it, but it's not as bad as I thought, but it's just, there's just so much. You know what, I really want to remake this video. I know you said you didn't want to remake it, but I want to make this because I need to see this in its full glory. So I guess look out for that. That's going to probably happen in like a year. I think I remember this. So my favorite thing is last year I actually made a little edit to the description. And this is apparently my opinion on March 16th, 2017. So I'm going to read this out loud. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely been a while since I've last seen this video. Not sure why or for what reason, but I feel I should make a retrospective comment regarding this video now that it's been a couple of years. If you haven't already heard from some other source or from something else we have said, yes, this is by far the worst video we've ever published. And I really want to elaborate that it was really purely... It really was purely due to the fact that this video was quite literally made in a matter of hours, not even a full day. A good 90% of this video was made in about 5 hours. Looking back, I'm genuinely surprised we managed to make this in even that amount of time. I remember it pretty well. I'm having trouble reading this. Remember it pretty well too. Pretty sure we had like a family event or a performance or something that day, but the production of this video drove everyone's stress level to the fucking max. If you happen to be wondering why this video had to be made so quickly, reason was due to the deadline. The short deadline plus us only able to edit videos on the weekends at the time was what made this video so rushed. I remember correctly because of our inability to make the deadlines on the previous rounds. For this final round, it was submit on the deadline or you're out. Perhaps in the far future we'll repoop this one, but for now I'm getting angry just thinking about the production of this. Well, that's my rant. TLDR, this is our worst video and I'm not proud of it in the slightest. and then I signed it. I don't think I'm that passionately mad about this one anymore, but it definitely is still bad. Pretty much sums up everything we said about it.
Okay, so do we answer questions now, or do we watch the video?
Let's see. I actually don't remember. Let's watch the next video. I know it says in my notes that we were supposed to answer questions here, but we answered questions before watching the last video, so we'll just answer it after this one. No big deal. So this next one is this is probably the weirdest video we've made for multiple reasons. So this is called YouTube Poop Firefighter George Eats His 20th Cheeseburger. And this was for Palette's Josh Scorcher collab. And that's definitely a source we never would have used, you know, because, or at least, I don't know what he's doing now, but at the time he was a brony YouTuber and definitely weren't into that at the time, even though, like, I think a bunch of other people were. So I'm going to make sure to do this right now. So there is actually music during this first scene, but on the original upload, the video actually got claimed. So for this first part, we're just going to watch it completely muted as to not get the video in any more copyright trouble. And I think it's actually almost better without the music, because you can kind of see... yeah, I'm not going to say anything during this. We're just going to watch this. So you made that.
Yes.
I think the question that's on everyone's minds right now, what the fuck? Okay, so lead me through that. What happened that day? How did you make this? Not how did you make this, but why did you make this?
Because it was fun.
But, like, no, seriously, do you have, like, where did that come from?
I just did the first thing that I thought of at the moment.
I think, like, well,
I just tried to be as experimental as possible.
I think my favorite part about that is, I guess experimental is a good definition for it, is that it's not like a pure acid trip in the same way that you see most of them now, but it like actually is coherent to a degree. And I think that's why I like that more than, I guess, typical acid trip scenes. I know there's people who get mad when people say acid trips. Deal with it. I'm going to call it that. You genuinely have no idea why you made it like that.
I don't know. I just thought it would be fun, I guess.
Well, was it fun?
It was fun.
I guess that's all that matters. All right, let's finish up the video.
Hi, this is Fire Joey. Just wanted to give you guys a lot of things. My new 20th. My new editors will make you hard on the 20th review featuring stars.
I missed that.
Which will be released on the 20th, and in a huge ranch, which will be released August. Now let's talk about convention.
Not very talkative, I'm not sure what there's to say.
There's not really much to say.
No. I am surprised we chose this update video out of any of that. Oh, that's good. That was I noticed the masking was a lot better even than the SpongeBob one. On the Frollo, that is. Oh my god, I actually forgot this song existed. I need to listen to that again. People legit forgot about that one. I'm kind of sad they never crossed it over. Oh. Forgot there was that extra scene. That was like the oh, okay. I thought that was actually like the shortest video we had made at the time, I think, in terms of big YTPs. So what do you... I
think it's probably one of the more underrated videos on our channel. I think...
That one's held up,
What
actually.
I really like about the video is
I'm surprised that was made in 2015. Yeah, that was clean. They were actually, like, good editing. And not even counting the beginning scene. I'm surprised I haven't...
It's because of an obscure source, and it's because it...
Well, I'm not saying why people
don't know
watch
if
it.
it was because of the obscure source. It's just kind of forgotten for...
Well, it's so old. It's kind of weird because it's just smack dab in the middle. Like, it's not the beginning videos, which I know have a... Well, I don't think any of our old videos have that many views, but it's it's in a weird spot in the channel's history where it's not, and because it's not a popular source, it's not going to get any traffic because you have to look for that. But that actually is pretty good. I'm actually happy with that video. We should make more like that, to be honest.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah, I'd love to. You should look at that one more often. Okay, so I'm gonna knock this one right out of the way because it's a short. So this was the first video of 2016 that we made, and this is called YTP Short Super Smash Monitor. This was for the 10 Seconds of Gaming collab. I was thinking.
Remember how like those blank X seconds of Y collabs were a huge thing?
Do people still? I think people still make.
People
those.
still kind of make. Yeah, people still make those.
Well, this was back in the heyday.
This was back in the heyday of
yeah,
it.
like where everyone was making. There was like almost every collab you would see was like you would see people uploading short videos, and this is for blanks like 7 seconds of Rosen, and I'm just like, what?
Like the 10 Seconds of Rosen was like.
Well, 10 Seconds
I don't
of
know
Rosen
if that was the OG one, but like.
I don't know what the original was, but the 10 Seconds of Rosen. Well, 10 Seconds of Rosen makes sense to me, and that was actually a good collab as well. I guess knocked out on collabs that I actually really enjoyed watching was the 10 Seconds of Rosen. Anyway, yeah, here's 10 seconds for like 60 seconds of explaining for a 10-second video.
You lose!
Oh!
Yeah, that's Ear Rape is Funny, the video.
Alright, more questions.
Now that was a video. Okay, yeah, next question. So we have a few here. I'm debating whether I should do 2 sets or 1 set because the set is pretty small. I'll just do one for now. If there's extra at the end, I'll read those. So Levi Peabody asks, who is your cartoon crush? Which I'm pretty sure is just a watered-down version of who is your waifu.
Espion.
George Lopez, thank you very much. And then he asks, favorite animated movie?
WALL-E.
I also say WALL-E. That is a good answer to that. WALL-E is legitimately amazing, and anyone who doesn't say that it's their favorite Pixar movie should be burned at the stake.
No.
That was morbid, yes. You can... I don't care. You have your own opinion, but WALL-E is still objectively the best movie. Alright, whatever. Alright, next video. That was rather short. Okay, so this is a special video. This is, YouTube Poop, and Jidge fight over a pineapple contraption. So this is a big video for multiple reasons. So this, I think, was... None of our videos have that many views compared to... In the grand scheme of things. They have a lot of views, but not like... In the grand scheme of things, they don't have a lot, but this was like one of the first videos on our channel to blow up. It's currently sitting at around 30,000 views, and I'll explain why, because there actually is a reason to this. So this was for Big Eyes Luigi's EvanTube HD collab, which I also have some more words on after we watch the video. I think that's about it. Do you have any more comments before we watch it?
Not before we watch it.
Okay.
Probably after.
So here we go. Oh yeah, something I wanted to explain. This is like this is probably the thing that gave me the idea to make this video. So no one actually knows what this says. This little joke here. There were a lot of people wondering what this was, or some people were trying to guess what it was. This actually says Prim dies, but it gets cut off, so you can only see DI before it goes to test pattern. So what this is a reference to was, if you might remember, Mockingjay Part 2, the Hunger Games, the adaptation for the Hunger Games, the movie for that, was released at around this time. And this was kind of an in-joke because we had a friend who really liked the Hunger Games. And I mean, I think they already knew, they had read the books and such, but that was just the idea of just spoiling that movie. Because it was this, and we were thinking of putting, the alternate version of this was putting Han Solo dies, but Force Awakens had released a little bit too close to when we finished the video, so we thought if Big Eyes Luigi got the collab up a little bit too close to the movie's release, that it would be a little bit rude to people who hadn't seen the movie, so we decided to opt for I guess the budget version, which kind of is just dumb because it's aged awfully.
Whatever.
Anyway, yeah. I'm talking a lot. You need to speak up. Don't let me talk too much.
Isn't that a funny joke? Isn't this also a funny joke?
It is funny. The sentence mixing on this is also pretty good.
Oh boy, what flavor?
Not included.
Okay, so these box edit jokes are some of my yeah, like watch this. Oh yes, and you made this, didn't you? This part.
Yes.
So this actually isn't anything. This is, quote, original YTPMV composition. It's not anything in particular.
So we have our pineapple contraption here, and this leash got the if you get hit by whipped cream, you get hit with double bubble, and I can win.
What do you think?
I think it still holds up. I mean, I'm just
Do you have
concentrating on the video.
You can just speak up whenever you need to. This is getting a little stale at the moment. For what's essentially like probably one of the best videos in my opinion. Oh, anyway, yeah. Do you want to have any comments about this in particular?
I just wanted to have a funny joke to end the video.
I feel like that's what like 90% of our videos can be boiled down to.
This is gonna get messy.
Good job on this part, by the way. And there she goes into the stratosphere.
The masking is.
Wait. There we go.
Okay, so for context for anyone who doesn't know what is happening in that scene, basically because he said if you get wrecked by whipped cream, you get hit with double bubble. Basically that ending scene is him getting hit with double bubble, and then Jidge flying off into the stratosphere. Because why not?
Potatoes.
Okay, so do you have any after comments about this video?
Yeah, so actually, I don't think we got asked this, but in case we did, if you asked me what my favorite collab to join was, it was probably this one, because I think this is probably
the first private collab we joined.
Well, not only that, I think this is probably the best way to do it, because this was with, so this was Big Eyes Luigi, Kirepton, Palette, and Ryan.
And us.
But we were, so at this time, I think most of the time we had been joining the same collabs and such, and I think this was like, so we were, but I think this was just, how do I put this into words? I'm confused even by my own comments at the moment.
It's just a good combination.
Well, this was, if you ask me what and the video was small but very good in my opinion. And I had a lot of fun with it. Honestly, I would love to do another collab with those same people, but I know most of them are way too busy now because we all grew up and got lives. Oh boy.
Or not. I don't know.
Yeah, I also want to point out saying, okay, so the story on why this video got so many views. So this video was actually just a normal upload for, I think, the first year. I'd have to check the analytics just to be sure, but for the first entire year of this video up, there was practically, it was just normal. It had like, I think, a little more views than normal, but it was totally normal. And then around, I think it was the beginning of 2017, this video started to spike in views to the point where it was starting to trump some of our most popular videos. And so we were wondering, oh my god, what is happening? So we checked the YouTube analytics app, and we found out that not only one of the most popular tags or search options from the video, but the channel in general at the time, was if you searched EvanTube PPAP, so Pen Pineapple Apple Pen. You remember that video? It was somehow leading people to our channel, so we didn't know what was going on.
Because we had pineapple in the.
It was because we had pineapple in the title. If you search EvanTube PPAP, you would get like 2 EvanTube videos, and then the third was just this YouTube poop that's just sitting for no reason amongst this. I guess just the EvanTube videos, and it's. There was an article actually that was released recently where the guy was like, beware of YouTube poop because they can pop up out of nowhere and they can sometimes shock your kids with loud noises, flashy imagery, and adult concepts. Yeah, this is the perfect example of that. It was just sitting there next to a bunch of other EvanTube videos in the search bar, and because it was PPAP was a popular meme, especially with younger audiences at the time, then they were finding the video through this. Oh, and because of this, the comment section is absolute garbage. Like, I'm looking at... Well, no, actually, that's not entirely true. There's mostly ones, but if you look... I think, like, half of these comments are either pointing out the Golden Freddy Scream, the Gaster, or just calling us slurs for, like, what was it? Like, hating Evan or something. And then this guy is, like, asking Evan as if he's actually seeing the video. And then more of them are, like, people who say, I hate EvanTube as well. No, I didn't make this video because I hate EvanTube. I just made it because it's a YouTube poop. I don't make spite videos. Except, like, I think the Sammy one at the time.
Alright,
which
well.
that was a spite video. Anyway, do you have any comments? Because I went on a huge tirade there.
No, I don't. You're just good at talking.
Then speak up! I'm having a lot more fun with this recording now. Oh, okay, here's a quick one.
This is a video called, it's Vine Poop. Remember when those were a thing?
I actually want to see more people make Vine Poops, because the 6-second restriction, actually, for just a fun one-off gag, could definitely be an exploitable concept. So this was just, I think this would...
This is just called...
I think we'll make more of these for just jokes that when we have a source that has, like, one joke that we like, but we can't actually use the entire source.
Interrupt.
I don't care. Okay, you go. Sorry.
This video is called Vine Poop Creeper Things.
I can't hardly move with all these creeper things.
But crash.
The only reason I made this video is because I wanted to make this joke without making a fully fledged Lord of the Flies YTP. That's it.
That's it. Alright, now time for more questions. It was actually funny, though. I still like that joke. Anyway. Okay, so these next questions come from... I'm going to try to pronounce this, but I know I'm not going to say this right. Mem1x1x1x Roblox. And he asks, will you make another History Japan YTP? Yes.
That's on our list.
What? Yes.
That's on our list.
Wanted to do that because the History of the World one was a lot of fun to make. So yes, History Japan YTP. That is coming at some point. What is your favorite YTP that you made? Oh, I think we answered this already, but it was the Bill Wirtz one and the Chadtronic one. Those, I think, both of ours are our favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other examples? Just because this was brought up again? What was another one that was fun to make?
The round 1 of the Hedgehog Days of Summer tournament was really fun, even though that's aged poorly.
I can agree. That's better. Okay,
I mean,
maybe it's aged
kind of poorly.
Maybe it's aged a little less better. I liked one that I think my favorite one to make, just because of the challenge of making it, and you're gonna see why later, and I'm gonna explain everything. The Peppa Pig video, and that was one I completely forgot about that, but that one was a complete joy to make and release because I'll explain later. I'm not gonna say now because it will ruin it. Number 3, dispenser or teleporter. You should build both, but you should probably build the dispenser first. You can place a teleporter entrance at spawn, and it's much cheaper now, but you need to make sure you get your dispenser up, because that's actually a valuable asset to the game. And then, what is your favorite TF2 character?
Medic.
Well, I like playing as NG the best, but in terms of actual characters, I also like Saxton Hale.
That's true, I like Saxton Hale as well.
There aren't too many characters aside from the playable ones, but... Oh, no, that's not true. The comics have a whole bunch. Like the main storyline. Most of them are throwaways, but still, there's a lot of characters. Anyway, that's enough for that. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this next one is... Oh, this is a good one. So we're on Magic School Bus Part 2 now. This is the Magic School Bus consumes a bucket of honey. And, so I'm going to preface this right now. I actually did watch it. Okay, every single time I introduce a video, I say I'm going to preface something. I highly doubt I'm using that word correctly. So, I guess before watching this video... I'm going to stop saying that. Before watching this video, I watched this one recently, and I know for a fact, while the editing's actually good, I think most of the jokes in this have aged incredibly poorly. So, let's give it a watch.
Well, we definitely outdid ourselves this time, didn't we?
We sure did. Well, we did say we're going to make a second part to this. Maybe we should get it done.
Oh, relax. We'll get it done. Besides, it's not like we are going to hold this off for a year until we do it or something.
We need to make more intros like that. That was good. That part's actually held up pretty well. Oh yeah, also, who remembers...
That's an accurate representation.
I think that's the only time we actually used Gaster in a video with a voice. Because I know we
don't use Gaster anymore because we don't talk about Gaster.
We don't talk about Gaster. Actually, I guarantee you... Oh, no, that's different. I'll explain that, I guess, after. But, yeah, anyway. I think we'll explain later why we got rid of Gaster. It's not that special, but...
That's pretty good.
Good.
Hello.
Get out.
What's Ralphie doing?
According to my research, every bee has
Top tier sentence mixing.
Oh yay, an Internet Explorer sucks joke. Those were old back then, I'll tell you that now.
That's pretty good.
At least, oh god.
Only to have a spike drop on your head?
You just got.
Fucking god, I'm done. What the I take no credit for that. That is your creation.
I apologize.
I think that's the single worst joke we've ever made just because of how awful the delivery is on all of those. Also, I bumped my headphones, which means I'll need a second to adjust it again. Okay. I'm noticing a lot of our older videos have an incredibly large amount of troll faces for some reason.
Hey, that's pretty good. The bees already sucked these flowers dry.
There were a lot of those at the time.
I don't know why there's, and I also don't know why there's.
I actually forgot this part existed. Okay, this is bad. This is actually not good. This is worse than the SpongeBob one. Because everything's off sync. But Little Tim's lines are actually,
Yeah, now you know how dated this video is.
This is very dated.
A great wall.
Oh, good, good. Oh.
Fuck
This is
my
made in
ass.
2016. This is
That was delicious.
definitely made in 2016.
Fight!
Nothing about that made sense.
That was a bit more. Another to be continued. Okay, so the editing is actually decent in that video, but I don't think any of the jokes really... Well, not many of the jokes landed. That's aged very poorly. That's aged worse than some of the 2015 videos, to be honest.
After rewatching that, I'm not proud of it.
It's a thing. Actually, there was something I did notice about this. Okay, so this video actually has, like... This is, like, one of the worst, like, dislike ratios of any video on the channel, and I'll tell you the reason why. It's literally because some kid went on the comment section and said he said like fuck Undertale or something like that because we used Gaster in the video. I think he said Undertale sucks. We responded with LMAO or something, and then he got 12 alts and disliked the video. That's the actual story. It doesn't mean much, but it just thought it was funny enough to share. I think I deleted the comment, so I have no way of actually confirming that, but oh, this. To be continued again. When's the next part coming? Probably not for a little while, but definitely not a year like this one.
I am M2 wood.
We want to get some other projects done first, so P will probably come out in late 2016. And then we said actually that it was going to be, we'll do the third part for the 90s Collab 3. And we didn't do that either, which I actually genuinely regret. Like, I think we had signed up and everything, we just didn't make the video. You know what, actually, we have the VEG file for Magic School Bus Part 3. We did actually start it.
Probably doesn't open anymore.
That's probably true. We were going to redo it anyway. Oh yeah, and I guess that implies, if anyone was wondering, yes, we are actually going to make part 3 of this at some point.
Eventually.
We should have done it for the 90s Collab 3, gonna be real, but we have a few things we're doing, but we might actually do it for the 4th anniversary of the original video, so we might do it spring of next year. That would not be a bad time, actually. Excuse me. That actually is probably going to coincide with another part 2, which we'll explain with which we'll get to later. What do you think? Any other thoughts?
No, I just don't want. I just want to be done with this video for now.
All right. I'm gonna check the list. See. Nope, we have one more. Okay, so this video. I think this is. Oh yeah, there was quite the jump between this video. So this is actually this is another massively popular video for some reason. This is a YTP short where the lion things are. So this is another fun collab. This is for Paper King 99's MGM Lion collab, and I think what made this one special was it started out like the collab started out and not many people were giving it much thought, but soon just I guess a domino effect happened and a bunch of people started joining, and it came to the point where pretty much everyone in the community was joining this collab. So, you know, naturally we did it as well just because, you know, it's just for fun. And so most people were doing just the lion itself. You had to do, the source, by the way, if you couldn't tell, was the little MGM lion logo. And most people were doing just that as the source. But we decided to take it a little bit differently and do this.
Hey Ed, I got a dog! Oh boy, a dog? Yes, a dog! Where did you even get this dog? I don't know! Yeah!
Lions eat dogs.
I actually totally forgot that the blood expands during that scene. That's a nice little detail that you threw in.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
That was, I think, a video that we both came up with and helped edit it for. That was an almost 50-50 video, which I actually like, because it's good when that happens, because it ends up making the best ones. So yeah, I actually can't explain. That has 25,000 views, and I cannot explain how it does, because it's not algorithm friendly. It's an old video, and it doesn't even have like a really flashy thumbnail. So I have genuinely no idea why that has so many views.
All right,
I have no excuse for that one.
Let's answer some more questions.
Oh yes, people did seem to like that video though, so I'm glad because I had a lot of fun making that. Okay, so this next one, these next set of questions are from the Pixar Lamp Dude, and he asks, one, what are y'all favorite video game? Go ahead. AOL dial-up noise.mp4.
I don't know if I can specifically pinpoint a specific game that I really like. I could probably just say DDR because that's the easiest answer.
I think I would say for me,
I'm not really a big game person.
You've played some games.
I mean, yeah.
I think they're just more selective. But you are good at games. I think for me, my favorite game in general is DDR. But I credit that only because it's the one game that I think I've played just continuously without getting tired of. In terms of favorite console game, probably Super Mario Odyssey, because that game is amazing, and anyone who tells you that that's not the best Mario game is a liar. Hold on a minute, I just got a Discord notification. I will cut this, by the way. That was not worth it. Maybe I won't cut it. That was pretty quick. Excuse me. Okay, back on track. So my favorite console game is Super Mario Odyssey. My favorite PC game is probably Team Fortress 2. Though I have been playing some other good PC games right now. The Groove Coaster PC port is actually pretty good. That's a good game. And yeah, those are probably my top three. Oh yeah, I think we also agree. We also both like pretty much any Mario Kart, but especially the Wii and Switch version. So I'd put that on my favorites as well. Do any of y'all watch SpongeBob? Do you watch SpongeBob?
Not really.
I don't think everyone that's such a everyone kind of grew up.
I've watched a ton of episodes of it, but I don't watch it consistently.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can credit growing up with SpongeBob. We actually didn't grow up with SpongeBob. I think at the time it was it was actually, I think our parents didn't let us because there were reports at the time saying that it was causing troubles in child's brain development, and I guess looking back, they're probably right because people take that show way too seriously. That was a joke. Don't take that joke seriously. But no, I do like it. I mean, I guess, but not enough to watch it consistently or even in comparison to other cartoons. I think there's other Nicktoons that were better than that anyway, even back during the early seasons or whenever people say it was the best. I don't know.
The next two questions are ones we've already answered, so I'm just gonna go to how did you make Code's avatar?
Okay, so that actually is a funny story. So I made the avatar, which is also why I take credit or I use it as my own. But So when we made the channel back in 2015, we had the single video, but we didn't actually have any artwork for the channel. But we did want an AVI to make it, I guess, somewhat of a professional look. So what I did was I took Yuboa. So that's Yuboa from QnA Nikki is the character. And I think the reason we used Yuboa specifically was because there was another channel we were still running at the time, and I had planned to make a series on it. And it was going to include Yuboa as a character. And CODEandAR was actually supposed to be a spin-off of this channel, which then in turn ended up becoming the main channel. And Yuboa kind of just, he was actually a placeholder. And we were going to actually eventually replace it with another emblem or another character or avatar or something. The glasses is just because I didn't want Yuboa just to be Yuboa, and I wanted to give it a little bit of a, original character donut steel kind of aesthetic to it. And I thought the glasses, matched him pretty well. And I think they kind of do. Even though everyone now just calls me MLG Yuboa. Don't call me MLG Yuboa, please. And now people are going to do that. And it's just stuck ever since.
Next question. Here's a good one. What do y'all think on Stuart K. Riley?
How am I supposed to answer this? Okay, I'm kidding. So I did not start watching Stuart until way after, I guess, his prime or whenever the consistent news shows happened. I think there were a couple of new news shows that he was making back when we started watching him, or at least when I started watching him. And in terms of the guy himself, he's a good content creator, if you ask me. He makes good YTPs, and I think he's a little, what's the word? Well, he doesn't water down anything, and I think that's gotten him, well...
Down to earth?
Yeah, down to earth is the correct word. If he wants to say something, he'll say it, and a lot of the times he's actually probably correct. In terms of him, leaving the community and such, I can see why he wants to leave the community. He's been here for so long, all the faces are completely different, and it's been that way for years for him, so he's not going to try anymore. And I mean, he said he's still going to make YTPs, but they're going to be, more for fun things and not because he's in the community or anything like that. But actually, he is still making videos, and he's making these, his new video about the hunting games is actually really good, and I enjoyed that a lot, and his guitar sections of that were really good too. So I don't think there wasn't a time I disliked Stuart K. Riley, and I think he's good. What do you think?
Don't let Emp tell you otherwise.
That's a good answer. I'm talking a little much, so do you want to add anything to this?
Well, I don't really know what else to say other than he's got a really good voice as well.
He does have an amazing voice.
With a lot of these questions, you sum it up pretty perfectly that I don't really need to add in my own input. I can basically just agree with you.
Well, yeah. I hope I didn't say anything bad there. I'm gonna have to rewatch the footage for this. Just, I like Stuart K. Riley. He's a good creator, and he's a cool dude. Anyway, what do y'all think is the best collab y'all ever joined? Okay, so I answered this. This was the EvanTube collab, and I thought that was my favorite one to join. Because that one was a lot of fun to make.
My favorite was the 90s collab and 90s club too. It's tie.
Do y'all live together? Yes, we are related, and also do not have enough income to move out. So yes, we live together.
Okay, next video.
Oh yes, next video. Oh, so this is a good one. So the next one is Chet Ronix is informed about Safe Flames. So this was our 250 subscriber special, which is actually pretty funny to see how far we've come, because we've almost tripled in subscribers over the last 2 years, which is really nice to see, actually. So this one was made, so after, there was actually a slight,
So you know how, okay, let me just put it this way. You know how, the entirety of 2015 and most of 2016 up till that point was just us joining collabs with very little original projects? Well, this was our first original project after that.
Yeah, we were getting a lot of collab burnout, and I don't know why we joined so many collabs, even looking back, but I guess they were sources we liked. But yeah, so this was the first one we were just like, you know what, I just want to make a video on a source that we can choose, and we chose this one. It was the Chad Veronica fire safety video, because I think when I first watched it, I'm like, yes, this is what I want to make a YTP on at some point. So we did. All right, here we go. There was a lot happening in this video in particular.
There's a ton of
Those are all references, yeah. I'm surprised no one figured out what this, where that voice line came from, and I'm actually kind of glad they didn't in the comment section.
So let's give it a watch.
People did point out that one.
This video should not be called Be Cool About Fire Safety. This video should be called Let's Jump Scare Tedtronic.
I made that. I'm really proud of that one.
Do you know that many fires men started fires with matches and lighters? Kids because men hated kids.
Okay, so I think some people, I know some people didn't know what that was. They're saying, let me see if I can translate. Mem started fires with matches and lighters, burning kids because Mem hated kids. That's what he's saying, or she's saying. So now you know.
Somebody left out matches and lighters.
But don't crash.
I don't get it.
I like how he edited so he actually is kind of reacting to the video.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice touch. Like, his parts are edits obviously as well, but they're still like it's actually like he's reacting to it. I kind of talked over that part, but I actually really like it still.
Wait a second.
I wanted him to visit me.
Later.
I'm gonna be visited by a cartoon character.
I think my only regret with this video in particular is we couldn't really do a good job making the room go dark like it was night. That little thing in the corner is supposed to be moonlight, but I don't think we made it dark enough, but that's just a tiny, that's a tiny nitpick over what's otherwise a really good video. At least in my opinion.
That is not an Undertale reference, thanks
You
for
said
coming.
it was an Undertale reference when you made it.
No, I didn't.
Do you retcon the Undertale joke?
I take back the Undertale joke.
No one will get that, but I still like that. I guess to explain that, for any non-sports fans out there, so the San Francisco Giants announcers, they always had a running thing where whenever someone would hit a home run, they would say, "And it's out of here." But like, I mean, I guess other people would say that as well, but specifically the Giants announcers would say that every single time. So that's the joke on that. You put that in there, didn't you? I would imagine that's you.
Yes, because I liked.
Yeah.
Because I like sports.
This is when you were really getting into sports, wasn't it? Around
no, I
this
was
time.
always into sports.
Well, no, but like really, really getting into it.
I was always really, really into it.
Okay, well. Yeah, see, there you go. He's reacting to it as it's still going on. I remember going through this one specifically a bunch of times just to add things to it.
I can't wait to find out what my smoke detector's name is.
This is the best one of the best jokes he made. Or this whole part. And you finally learned how to YTPMV. This, though. That was like one of the first things I came up with, and I was like, yes, this has to be the part.
I think we both wanted to
Yeah,
do
it was
that.
like, actually, that was funny, because that was one of the few times we both came up with the same idea to do that. So that was like an immediate, like, yes, that's going in, and people, we have gotten comments that people like that joke in particular, so yay, it worked, I guess. Okay, I'm actually going to go back, because you need to hear the setup for this.
I make this noise to warn you.
Jeez,
I actually didn't know that was Loud Niagara at the time. I just knew it from... I can't concentrate, so I'm gonna pause it after this joke to explain that. Also this part. This is just filled with good moments, so probably some of my favorite moments that we've made.
I need bacon.
Okay, so for the Loud Niagara joke, I was going to add that I actually didn't know what was Loud Niagara at the time. I didn't know what the audio effect was called. I just heard it from Joel's recap video from 2017, or his best moments or something,
That was
whatever it
not
was called.
2017, that was 2015.
2015? Oh, God. It was 2015. You're so right. I'm stuck in this year. And we just ripped it from that video. I think, speaking of rips, I think Siva Gunner started using it, like, very shortly after around this time, and then I finally learned what it was called. And yeah, you can tell this is 2016 because there's a lot of Siva Gunner jokes in this video.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I remember that.
Chatronic.
And then Chetronic spent the rest of the day cleaning his beautiful house after the disgusting smoke invaded his personal abode. However, he now has all the information he needs to be safe during blazing fires. I think another running gag I want to bring back is the odd, practically verbose descriptions for epilogues at the end of the videos. Anyway, yeah, this is just a credits list, so we don't need to see this. Okay, that still holds up. I'm gonna say that right now. That still holds up.
Yeah, I still really like that video.
This is also, actually, it's funny, this isn't our most viewed video, but this is like one of the best performing videos without any extra help, like from a collab or anything like that.
It's just people like Chatronic YTVs because
that's
they
true.
want
It also
Chatronic
has
to
Yi in the
watch
thumbnail, so, and the Yubo on the thumbnail as well. So, no, this is good. This is a good video. Okay, is there, okay, time for some more questions. So these, oh, excuse me. These next questions are from the Marinara Man. Thank you. I cannot speak English. As evidence
his
from
questions
this video.
are: why do I exist?
I don't know. Why do you exist? How am I supposed to answer that? Can you do another TF2 YTP?
Yes, there will probably be many TF2 YTPs.
Absolutely.
Or at least, I don't even know how much we're gonna do. But
well, I
think
that's going to be definitely.
There'll definitely be more in the future because there's a lot of TF2.
If we ever do another, well, I guess if there's ever going to be a recurring source in the channel, it's going to be that one. There's too much to work with. Can you recommend me a good meme? Well, there was actually a meme that I liked that no one really paid attention to, which was the little Jaden animation meme where they, where during one of her videos she hands like someone hands her a microphone and says, "Everything you say in this will be broadcasted to hundreds of thousands of people. Go ahead, say anything you want," and then you replace the audio with something. I like that one, but no one really paid attention to it. Next, favorite bagel store, Rayleigh's. Who do you main in TF2? Who do you main?
Medic.
I main engineer. Are you CODEandAR or do you have split personality disorder? Nope, there are two of us. I guess in terms of who was talking in the video, I was the one who was doing most of the dialogue, and AR was doing the little quips in the back from the stick figure, who was you. And we just happened to sound similar.
And the next few questions are...
Ukraine as a question. Ukraine.
Now they're all...
And then there's a couple of ones that I actually can't answer or probably even start because they're politically charged. And also don't know how to answer them. I would answer them if I could. Jacket or vest? And I'm assuming this is also a reference or something terrible that I'm not gonna know until after the video goes up. But I guess if you like wearing jackets or vests, I like wearing jackets, so
I guess the next
I'm probably gonna
one...
regret saying that. Do you like to smoke the Danka weed? I do not smoke the Danka weed. Are you a fan of the Fallout or Elder Scrolls series? That's on my to play list. I have not played any of those yet, but I do believe I would like them if I did play them. I just know I would have to spend a lot of time on them. Do you want to play Fallout or Elder Scrolls?
Eventually.
Okay.
There's a lot of games I need to play.
Same. My wish list is far too large, and I haven't even gone through the games I've already bought. I still got to go through Bayonetta and Doom. Are thoughts worthy of existence? Excuse me, all women are queens? This is a terrible question. Can you use Premiere Pro to YTP?
Unfortunately, I don't know how to use Premiere Pro.
Well, if this is asking if we can use Premiere Pro, no, I don't know how to use Premiere Pro, so we cannot use it in a video. But if you're asking if you can just use Premiere Pro to YTP in general, yes, you can use any video software to make YTP, and Premiere is actually a pretty popular one. So have at it. That's his set, so let's move on to the next videos. So we got
the next video is a... Oh, that's good.
What? Where are we on now? Oh, yeah, that's good. Good enough. So this is the second Barney video, which was made for Big Eyes Luigi's second Barney collab. This is called Boney's Big Bus Beautifully Breaks. And I actually forgot to mention this because we didn't introduce the first video, but yes, it is intentional that the entire title is an alliteration. And we're not going to make another Barney video. Sorry to anyone who was hoping, but if we did make any more, they would continue the everything starts with B alliteration trend. Actually, you know what? I
They
did
were
have an
going to
idea.
have a reboot at some point. I don't know if that ever...
Oh yeah, did that ever happen? I don't think so,
If
because
they
then
did,
that one
then
side of YouTube would never stop
then
talking
I
about
possibly
it.
would have made a YTP on that.
If they ever make the reboot, we'll make a YTP on it. How about that? We'll promise that, but I don't think they will. But anyway.
Does it even exist?
Alright, time for Google. I'm not seeing any evidence that it has either been canceled or anything about it. Despite searching Barney reboot, no articles actually show up. So it was either a rumor or it's not happening. Anyway, I guess that's fun. Let's start the video.
Oh yeah. Before we start the video, this is also the first time we use GenArt Sapphire for videos.
Oh yeah, that's right, because this is when plugins started becoming popular. Or I think we were actually late to the plugins party, but anyway, you can start noticing from like the media generators and such, which look pretty good if you ask me. In case you're wondering, I have no idea what's going on in this scene either. There's a lot happening, and I remember it completely, but this actually doesn't mean anything. But it still looks nice though. They look good, actually.
That's dark.
Okay, I just want to point out that joke specifically. That is Max 300 from DDR, and I was so happy because I think 9 months after this video had gone up, someone left a comment pointing out that it was Max 300, and I felt so happy that day. I'm actually going to look for it right now. Just give me a minute. Yes, the person named Misfortune Darkrai. Thank you. You made my day when you posted that comment, so thank you a lot. I just wanted to give you a shout out for that. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, I think that's the single greatest sentence mix any of us have ever done.
Are we there yet?
We get there when we get there.
Welcome to the jungle. This book has a funny story.
This has a funny
story.
What do you think?
I think... I just have no comment.
I do know that some of them actually broke during this scene, so there were a couple of the jokes don't actually work as well as they did in the edit.
Oh yeah!
My mom's here to pick us. Gotta go.
Take care now. Bye, Kenneth. Bye, Steven.
That's pretty good. I think you did that one.
Yeah.
What's your favorite joke in this, probably? Because you seem to like this one a lot.
Red light means stop.
I don't care.
Are there any particular moments you enjoy?
I'm not sure. I like it all, really. It turned out pretty good.
Oh yeah, I think one of my favorite details that's easy to miss.
Red light means stop.
I don't care. Wait for when the screen starts shaking. Okay, so if you happen to see the lol face that's over here, when it shook, this is zoomed up, but when it shook, she appeared in this for a split second despite clearly going off the screen. So as sort of a joke that GenArts broke, we put the lol face over it.
It wasn't GenArts, it's just my poor Matt panning.
What?
My poor
that
panning.
was just panning? Well,
Yeah,
I know I thought it was the
mask
shake
her
effect.
out. It wasn't...
Oh, I thought it was the GenArts. Well, GenArts was doing that. I think this was a GenArts one.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, well anyway,
we made
a somewhat...
I know what...
Okay, true. Well, I made the video too, so we made a the joke is we made a meta joke about it. Great, we needed to explain a minute for that one.
I told you, don't get going.
That looks very happy, Kathy.
That's another one that broke because that looked a lot funnier in the editor. Ooh, puns.
I love to ride in Daddy's van.
This is good.
And then this.
Oh yeah, is this your favorite probably? Because I know you
I really
did
like
most of
making this scene in particular.
Yeah. Could this be considered a YouTube boot music video? And more importantly, should they replace this with the actual video in Beatmania? I advocate yes. Okay, well, that was it. That one's... I used to hate that video, but because, well, I hated it because it got popular, and I genuinely didn't believe it was one of the best ones, and I still don't believe it's one of the best ones, but it definitely hasn't aged poorly, so what do you think?
I like it a lot.
You definitely like it more than I do.
It turned out good despite the fact that the source is just... As a source, Barney and Friends is just really hard
you'd
to
be
work.
surprised.
Because the show is so boring that there's nothing to
It's
work
made for
with.
children, Andrew. Oh boy, the show made for 4-year-olds doesn't appeal to me. I'm sorry, that was a little rude. Anyway, so there is one more before more questions. So this one's called YTP short, Mario Destroys a Defective Koopa TV. So this was for the YouTube copycat. I'd say collab, but it's more of an event. Essentially what this was a YouTube event where you had to copy another person's style that signed up. You would get assigned another person. So we got...
Moment of silence.
Oh yeah, moment of silence for YouTube.
Okay.
All right. There'll be more copycats. I'm sure they'll host a few on Mania. But anyway, so we got Riolu Girl 12, and she has a much slower pace style than we did. So we decided to essentially make a Mario World YTP in her style.
So yeah.
Yeah. So let's go. Oops, I accidentally clicked control. Give me a minute. There we go. So it's actually kind of similar. It's just slower than what we do usually. Oh yeah, and it also doesn't use plugins because I don't think she used plugins. That was intentional. And I think actually all of these jokes can be explained as to why we decided to choose it, or excuse me, why we chose it. I've noticed my grammar has absolutely deteriorated throughout this entire recording.
R.I.P. Koopa TV.
That was it. So that was that.
Time to answer some questions.
Oh, yep. It's time to answer questions now. Alright, so these next set of questions are from Ryan YTP, and he asks, where would you two see yourselves in the next decade? And I gotta answer, I got no idea. I barely even know what the next semester is gonna look like. I hope to become an engineer, preferably a software engineer or programmer.
I hope to be a professional musician.
Yeah, so I guess if you want our 10-year plan, that's what it is. Describe your taste in movies, if any. What kind of movies do you like?
I like comedies and action. And I also like animation. Those are the main genres that I watch.
Oh yeah, I would agree that mostly. I do also like well, I like I know one thing I like that you don't is I really like the Marvel movies, but I guess that classifies under action.
I think those are superhero movies. Those are like their.
Is that the genre?
There's
of
so many
itself?
superhero movies that it could practically be a genre of its own.
Well, superhero movies then. Yes, that's my taste in movies. I actually haven't. One genre I do want to dabble into a little more is horror because I haven't watched too many horror movies at all, and I do think I would like them now that I'm older because I know I didn't like them when I was very young, but you know it's different now. Anyway. Oh god, this next one. Who would you say is the most overrated YTPer? This is a hard question to answer, mainly because I don't really believe in the fat idea of overrated YTPers, because if you ask me, overrated is such a very bad term to use when referring to YTP, because that would imply that there's a standard and that people are objectively good and bad. YTP is more of a subjective thing, and a lot of people can like the really vastly different edits, and as long as it's not like specifically like hardly edited less than 30-second videos clearly made just to get attention type things, which that's almost nobody, I would hardly call anyone overrated. But that being said, I guess I will say this so I'm not such a spoil sport. If there's one YTPer that I don't watch that I know a bunch of other people do, I guess I would say Yoshi Maniac, because, and I mean, he makes good videos. I'm not saying he's bad, but they don't appeal to me specifically. But I also, the other thing is I can say is I acknowledge and I am greatly appreciative that he's able to spread YTP to such a wide audience, especially now. But he doesn't appeal to me specifically. How about you? Did I break you?
No.
Or just thinking?
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about how
I mean Coral Horse 12.
I'm thinking about how I want to word this joke. because people like him.
No, I am not putting that in. I am censoring that. I am not letting you say that on camera. That is awful, Andrew. You don't have to answer this one.
I'm not gonna answer.
Yeah.
This
Okay, number 4. What's your most embarrassing memory?
This is a good question, and I can't answer this, but the only reason I can't answer this is because usually when I have an embarrassing memory, I try to forget about it, unless it's something that I absolutely need to remember, because if I don't, I'll screw up again. To which I can say I can't really answer this question.
Well, I think one memory that I don't think I've been able to shake off that was embarrassing to me, I was like, okay, I was 6 years old at the time, and we were at this is a weird story, we were at the San Francisco Zoo, because we actually used to go there a lot when we were young, and we were doing what they call...
say the zoo.
What?
Just say the zoo.
Well, we were going to San Francisco. We were at what they call, it was an event they call the Night at the Zoo or something like that, where you got to stay after dark, and that was impactful because that was usually when a lot of the nocturnal animals would come out, and you wouldn't just see them sleeping all the time, which is typically what happens when you go to zoos. I really wanted this little goodie bag they had at the store, and it had this cool flashlight in it, and I'm like, oh man, I want the flashlight. But mom or dad or someone was like, no, you can't have the flashlight. We have flashlights, and those things are like $10 and a huge, massive waste of money for a flashlight you're not even going to use. So I was really disappointed by this, and when we were walking out of the zoo, I saw a kid up ahead, and he had the bag and the flashlight, and for some strange reason, even though I know we didn't buy any, I registered that kid as being Andrew. So I gave out this really sassy, like, like, what, why? And then the kid turned around, and I realized immediately that I done goofed, and I was like, oh, crap, sorry, except I didn't say, oh, crap, sorry, because I was 6 years old. But I was like, oh, sorry, I thought you were someone else, and then he just turned around because he was probably, like, half asleep anyway. I don't know. I don't know why I remember that, but I haven't been able to shake it off since then, so I guess I could count that as my most embarrassing memory.
You're just good at answering questions.
Thanks, but I don't try.
Okay. Next video.
Your answer was good to that. Okay, so...
We're not watching that.
Yeah, we're not watching this one. So this is the end of 2016, and this is called YouTube Poop Windows Sushi Destruction. This was just another, wanted to make a video, just wanted to make a video that, not for a collab, but actually what was interesting about this is we did end up submitting this for a collab because it was for Master Sword's collab, and he ended up coming to us saying that, asking if we wanted to be a part of his Vine Sauce collab, and we were like, yeah, we're making a Vine Sauce YTV.
Because it was a private collab.
It was private at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. This one turned out pretty good, if I remember correctly. But let's watch it. Oh yes, definitely a lot of Steve Gunner jokes.
Downloading cat memes on their Windows 7 or 8 or whatever. For me, not really. How can you summarize why I don't like cats? A little cat is me on fire. I built him a shed. This cat is that on fire too.
There's some good sentence mixing jokes in this one.
Toolbars, yes.
Yes, no.
I remember a lot of the jokes that...
I remember this one took a while. Oh, the one after this took a while to make.
Ooh. Ooh.
Never mind, I'm not remembering the video correct. That video! Oh god!
I'm gonna just close that down, thank you! That's the kind of antivirus, that's a big old metaphor for, Gangnam Style.
I still remember being really proud of that joke.
That's a good joke.
That's one of the jokes I wanted to make when making this video.
Well, I hope you wanted to make all the jokes in making this video, but I mean, you mean like specifically planned out, right? Well, oh wait, don't start it. I was like, I wanted to say, similar to Chatronic one, I like this one because it's like as if Joel's reacting to most of these in real time, and it feels less like an edited video, more like it's actually like, you know, kind of happening.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice we did that, and kind of just subconsciously did this without even really thinking about it until just watching them just now. Anyway, let's go.
Ask me anything. Learn cool fish facts and overload your computer with fish because fish are cool. That is not a good thing. That is terrible. Let's load more fish.
Ah!
You want to see Krem? Oh my god. My husband is a meme. Ooh, my husband is a meme.
Yes, now you know this video was made in 2016.
And the female one is like, it looks like butter.
Wrong. This is new and improved.
Oh yeah, this was one of the ones that I made that I really like. This was...
Windows 7.
Oh, I didn't even know we put that reference in there. This also.
Rest in peace, Harambo.
Those were two jokes that I really wanted to make that I'm glad they got in.
Will you suck me? Suck is dead. Then will you suck my sushi?
I can help you with that.
I remember specifically, I guess this is the last kind of thing. I remember specifically you edited that part, but I specifically made you edit to go back to make sure that it looked like it was actually a legit Windows crash by making it like stay on there for a second.
I tried doing that as well, but like...
Yeah, but your like little fade-in was immediate, so I said, no, you go back. You have to actually wait a second before it crashes, because that's how the programs actually operate.
Yeah. I think I remember that.
The error box is not a 7, not a 10 though, but it's still...
It's the best we could do.
No, it works pretty well. That's a good video. I like that one a lot still.
Okay, next one.
Is it the next one? Yes. So this one was, we didn't actually plan on making another Chadtronic YTP, or at least not for a long time, but then Unjust Locket came to us and was like, hey, you want to make one for, I'm doing another Chadtronic collab, you want to make another video? And we were like, yeah, okay. The first one was good. This one's not as good. I think it was because it was for a collab, because, not that was bad.
I have a little bit of afterwards after this video, so let's just get into it.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. I like this joke though.
I'm trying for the news.
Gentlemen, and friggers, welcome to Chad's Toy. Welcome to today's a very special occasion. We're gonna
Somewhere I got BCC. I think this is the first video.
That's some good panning right there on the Mythbuster scene.
Dinosaur.
Who did that?
Look inside mom's bonus and you can save money on napkins. This one's called the older kids got the
this though. Oh god, that's an actual in-joke from the Bamani community that no one's gonna get.
My name is and this is holy crap. Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker. I really like this I call this the masterpiece.
Also up here.
We've got a boot.
Who did that? That was a terrible pun. Was that you or me?
I think that might have been me.
I think, oh, I was the one who's probably more viable to make a joke. Alright, are we now taking custody of the terrible pun?
Here we have bio.
Oh yeah,
sub
so
to
that
bio.
Was, yeah, go sub to bio now. Here's the obligatory biodegradable shout out. Excuse me. Also, yes, that's actually his voice, by the way.
Chadtronic. Freak.
You're watching Chadtronic.
What is that even?
I don't know.
We're gonna be taking a look at
Diddy. What is Diddy? You might ask. Diddy is my.
I like the way he says that. His slow reaction to that.
The tool you're about to see will provide you with men.
So stupid.
Oh yeah.
Wow! This looks pretty professional, despite the fact that the Divix What? What? We're doing a YouTube poop and then 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 a YouTube poop and then
Oh my god. That's actually nice. Did you make that?
I think so.
Because I don't remember making that. That sounds nice. Anyway, there was a long section of silence there. I haven't seen that one in a while. That's actually not bad. Not bad. What did you want to say about that? I think I know.
Okay. So the funny thing about that video was that none of the audio effects rendered.
Well, it actually turned out pretty good even without audio effects. I noticed there was the ear rape scene where we were being meta about ear rape, and
I put that
it wasn't actually loud.
Because usually when I make ear rape, it's on a separate track, or at least the big ones are. But that sometimes when it doesn't render, I think that one didn't. Either that or I wasn't going to take chances. I put it on the same audio layer as everything else and just put an effect on it.
Oh, okay.
And the effect didn't render. So most of the audio effects are there should be like vibrato or wacky 4.
It actually turned out pretty good even without audio effects.
It did turn out pretty good, but I didn't notice this. And then when I did notice it, the video had been up for about 12 hours.
Yeah, we did contemplate removing it to fix it, but
we decided not to.
It's fine. Oh yeah, I guess the other thing was Bio's voice was supposed to be muffled because he's behind the door. That was just another touch that just didn't make it into the movie. Video. YouTube poop the movie. Did you know there's a Hotel Mario the movie?
No.
Okay, you have to watch this.
I love it. Like, unironically, I love it. Okay, so are you answering questions now?
Yes, I think so. All right. Okay, so these next set of questions are from San Diego.
San Diego.
First one is, how did you guys get into YTP? So I think we kind of implied this before, but
we really just watched YTP.
It was just coming from, we just watched YTP and thought, hey, this is cool, I want to make this cool thing, so we just made the cool thing. That's it, really.
I don't know if this is referring to how did we get into YTP in general, or how did we make videos.
Oh, how did we get into making YTP?
No, how did we get into YTP in general was just we found the videos.
I think, yeah, it was just, we discovered them back, actually it was back during when YouTube was popular, well, I mean slightly after. It was during 2009, I think, is when we saw our first YTPs. Like the Walrus Guy video, and that was how we discovered it, but I don't think we actually really started watching it until 2011. But we've known about YTV for a pretty long time, actually. So if that was your question, then there's the answer to that. Mayo or mustard? I don't eat mustard, so I guess mayo. And if this is
already done that question,
what
cartoons do you like? Anime.
I like most cartoons. Well, most good cartoons. I really liked Gravity Falls when it was on.
Yeah, same.
I guess another follow up is I have seen a little bit of Star Versus, and I think it's decent, but I haven't watched too much of that. The DuckTales reboot's really good, actually. That's one I recommend if you haven't seen that. Go watch the DuckTales reboot. Let me think. What else? I think in terms of most Western cartoons, I have to go back to most of this. Oh, another one I'm watching, BoJack Horseman's also really good. I have not finished that though, but that's another good series. But there's a good amount of Western cartoons I need to watch still. In terms of Taiwanese flip books, I guess One Punch Man's my favorite of those. I'm currently watching through My Hero Academia, and that's kind of it. Oh, I guess I'm also trying to catch up on JoJo, and I'm watching Steins Gate. But I haven't seen those in a while. But I like animation a lot, so I'm pretty tolerable when it comes to it. But yeah, maybe it's just because I specifically watch ones that I know I'm gonna like. What about you? Oh, you already answered kind of.
Next question. What aspects of your editing style do you want to improve on in future videos?
Well, we haven't actually edited in a long time, which you're going to see because we've only made 2 videos this year, so I kind of have to get myself back on my feet. But I guess in terms of things I want to do, I want to kind of revamp kind of how I've been doing the videos and make my parts a little more joke-based. Maybe slow the pace down a tiny bit because they'll be a little bit easier to make, and I'll be able to make more jokes that I really do want to make. I guess if I'm going to say something else, I do kind of want to get better at effects.
Mainly
and kind of just maybe just editing in general. There's always something to improve on with this.
Mainly for me, I want to be better at effects because effects are what the cool kids are doing nowadays, and I'm not good at it. So I might want to be better at effects, not just to make my videos more appealing to other people, but also because I just want to be better at effects. I just want to have that skill. I also want to be better at sentence mixing because as much as I think I'm good at it right now, I also think that I could always have room for improvement.
The next question is, do you perhaps drink new hydrated Volvic Revive? You know what's actually funny was I was actually contemplating getting Volvic for the recording, but I don't. I just have Kirkland's signature. I'm actually thirsty, so I'm gonna take a drink right now. I'm probably gonna get a case of that just to see how well it tastes. I don't think I've had Volvic in a long, long time. I know we did once because we made a huge joke about it when we bought it.
What YTPs of yours would you recommend for anyone new to your channel?
That's a good question.
We have a playlist on our channel which is called The Best of CODEandAR. It's a little bit outdated, but it has some of our better videos.
I actually did update it today, so because I knew this one was coming. So all the videos in those ones are ones we consider pretty good.
So
some of them have aged poorly though. So like I think Magic School Bus Part 1 and Barney 1 are in there as well. But I think it not only does a good. Those are like an evolution of our good videos or
you
the
can
best
always
videos.
check it out.
Yeah.
AR,
I think.
Did you ever find out why your balls are sweaty?
Yes. Why are your balls sweaty?
Why are my balls sweaty?
Are the balls sweaty? Do the balls even exist? Hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
All right, next video.
Yeah, next video. Oh, here's a short one.
So this is our first upload in 2017. This was
made... they changed the date on this. This was not when this was uploaded.
Well, yes, because it was originally...
Okay, so this was made in early...
This was made in January.
Yeah, this was way earlier, but it actually dates this video as August when he actually unlisted it, which is interesting because I thought YouTube showed the original upload date and not the...
No, they don't.
They show publish date now. Okay, I don't know how... That's probably been there for forever, but I just never noticed it. Anyway, this is a 42-second video.
This is called The Legend of Charlocaw.
Alright, let's go.
My name is Josh. My name is My name is My name is Carla Shaw. You are watching Disney.
That's a good sentence mix.
Stop.
Sorry, I can't stop at the...
You can stop at 5 or 6 stores or just
one. I knew it. Nice foot. That was you.
They disappoint me.
I don't know why it's in a shack.
It's in a shack.
I just find that funny.
I need stores.
We should make a running gag that everyone actually lives in a shack. That's it. That was that. I guess I kind of already explained this, but that was interesting because he made that in January, but it didn't actually go up until August. If you look on the channel, though, it's actually... Because I did these in order, so it's actually listed in order on the channel. It just has the different publish date for some reason. Anyway, that's that. Okay, so this is probably one of our most popular, at least at the time. It's not one. It is our most popular still, I think, but this blew up when we first uploaded this. So this is YouTube Poop, a Lazy Town episode, but it's a YTP and everyone is Stephanie. And this was back when, this was back when We Are Number One was still popular, or if it wasn't, when people were still making Lazy Town YTPs.
I think we were a little late to the Lazy Town YTP party. But...
clearly not from the views. It has 20,000 views, which is pretty good compared to the other videos on the channel, so not too late, clearly. And the comments on this one are actually really nice, so people were actually really nice with this video, and I'm pretty happy about that. Thank you, everyone. Oh, thank you. Anyway, let's watch it. There's a lot to talk about with this one, I think, so we might stop this a few times. This one's more quieter in comparison to some of our other videos. And this was after when we started balancing our videos, or the audio in our videos, so it's just kind of quiet in general. That's a good joke. I think you did this part.
I did the entire theme song.
Yeah, that's right. Woo.
Yeah, we grew up with Lazy Town, so that made this making this
okay, Chris
easier.
Stuckman.
Also, I made those faces in Gmod.
No, really.
Which explains.
We should use more Gmod models in the video.
I also don't know how to enlarge the pupils. I need to look into that.
Oh, crap!
The missing texture.
Do you not remember that?
No, it just I know, it just made me laugh. There were a lot of dark moments in this video. There were also a lot of songs in this video. I think we... Someone asked for them, and I think I gave a list. Anyway. Okay, that... yeah.
The execution, though. I don't know.
If you want to make anything scary, just put Paper Mario music on it. That's clearly the correct answer. Oh yeah, we actually did get comments of people saying, like, kids saying they legitimately got scared at that, and I feel so bad for that. Again, I'm pretty sure that article from a few days ago actually has a point. Then again, I really want to meet the composer who made that track for a Paper Mario game.
Get out of my house.
I take credit for that one.
Guess what? Diagonal shot.
That's good.
That song's supposed to be Puzzle Plank Galaxy, but
I think people can
really,
tell.
really fast.
That's actually not bad at all. Oh, this. That's another candidate for best sentence mix on the channel.
I was not in the mood to put in an edgy Trump joke.
No. Oh yeah, I love that his lips unintentionally synced up at that part. I mean, that was on purpose. Never mind. Weird test pattern. I don't think Lazy Town is still Counter-Strike source.
I take credit for that joke.
Probably it could be another year, but who knows? How accurate. Okay, so this actually has a lot of landmarks to it. So this blew up when it first got uploaded. Like, this is not for a collab. This just got 20,000 views purely on its own, which good job for this video. So there's a few stories connected to this one. I think the first one, that's probably one of my favorite, is that I didn't explain when it got introduced is...
Within 12 hours, this video got stolen.
Oh, that one. I wasn't actually going to explain that, but yes, we guess we can do that first.
Video, to our knowledge, that got stolen.
Well, to our knowledge, there could be a bunch of other people who've stolen the videos. I guess we'll know once that copyright tool gets released to the public, but who knows? Who knows for now? No, this video got stolen. It was, yeah, within 12 hours of it being up, I think we got a message on this video. You know what? It's probably still here. It was from Nitro, I think. And let me take a look. I don't see it. Give me a minute. I know it's here. Nope. Okay, one moment. I'm gonna scroll down. Oh, is it gone? It's somehow gone. Anyway, we got a message from I believe Nitro, and he said like, hey, someone stole this video, and then linked the video in the comment. And yeah, sure enough, some guy with more 20 times more subscribers we did at the time, completely re-uploaded the video in its entirety and then just zoomed it up to get rid of the watermark and added his own crappy watermark in there, and the video was just like completely panned video quality wise as well. And despite having subscribers, he didn't have an active user base, so all we really did was we're on Twitter and YouTube, and we just said like, hey, So this guy happened to steal our video. Now, we're not saying you should definitely leave a comment telling him that who actually made the video, but you can definitely do that if you want to, and then people did. And he removed it like within the next like few hours. That was nice. That was a fun experience.
Okay, but what was the story you were gonna say?
I was actually gonna like top off the video. The dude actually like at the end he like I think he sent me a message or something like DM me on Twitter. We need to talk. And then I just decided to play dumb and was like, your DMs aren't working. Are you sure they're turned on? And he never responded. The story I was actually gonna say was this was the first time someone discovered what Bike Kid was. So if you happen to notice there, in the Magic School Bus video, I mentioned him a little bit. So there was a kid on a bike that we decided to just mask out and use throughout that video. In every single White CP we've made, Bike Kid makes at least one appearance, even if it's for a split second. But we try to make him pretty obvious, and we wanted to see how long it could go without, for someone to point it out without acknowledging it. And it took 2 years. It was on this video. Someone left a comment about Bike Kid showing up, and then I rejoiced. I think we have since mentioned that it's there, but if you happen to see it, the kid on the bike, yes, that is intentional. That is in every single video.
All right.
Oh, and I guess one more story about, since we're on the topic of videos getting stolen, the one I didn't explain, which was the more interesting of the two, was the second time a video got stolen, back when on the EvanTube video. This one was a more interesting one because, oh God, I'm gonna take a deep breath. So the story on that one was similarly, we got a message, I think it was from POTG, and he said like, a user called has re-uploaded your video.
No, don't say the name.
I'll censor it, don't worry. I just realized that I did that. And we were like, okay, we'll go check it out. If he's hard to deal with, then we'll take action or something. Didn't really want to take action, but I guess, spoiler alert, we took action. And so we just did the standard at the time. It was, we did the say, hey, guy stole video, want to leave a funny comment? And so people started leaving comments. And what was interesting about this one was he was actually starting to actively delete comments and actually channel muted us, even though we could still watch the video. So, and what was funny about his upload was he had like a couple thousand subscribers, and his video had like 3 times as many views as our video got in 2 weeks, and our video had in 2 years. And when it comes to re-uploads, if it's like nothing, I'll probably leave it. But he clearly was just farming for views, and he was stealing the video. He even changed the title. So yeah, enough rambling on that. Essentially, what happened was
he originally took it down.
Yeah, he found our video, found the comment, and then said like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'll take it down," and then took down the video. And I'm doing air quotes in real life because he didn't. He privated the video, and then like 4 days later, he put it back up. So without warning, we just sent in a copyright strike because we warned him that we were going to copyright strike him within 24 hours and he didn't listen. So now he's got a big fat copyright strike, which is actually probably gone by now, but he didn't bother us anymore after that. But yeah, kid thinks he can outsmart us. He was wrong.
Okay, next video. Or are we answering questions?
That's a good question. No, we have one more video. So this is a YTP short. This is hardly a YTP, but I just decided to call it a YTP short anyway. This is Jarjuboa animation. Animated. Air quotes. So this is literally just a 1-for-1 recreation of Colin's bear animation. That's actually it. I do not take credit for this video. This was actually kind of more of a test video to test many different things. I was trying to test to see how I could pan Yuboa. Also, the other thing was that I learned for this video that obviously, as you can see, he does not work well with black backgrounds. So in the announcement video for this one, actually, I specifically put a little bit of blue on the background so that way he would actually stand out. I guess a little just editing trick / fun fact. What I do like though is the description is a 1-for-1 of the Colin's bear animation description. And I want to read it because it makes me laugh. And I'll put up a comparison so you can see what the original was. So it says, "This is Jarjuboa animation, and this video was asinine."
You don't have to put the comparison.
What? Oh, I'm gonna put the comparison just to see what the original is. This is a Jarjubo animation, and this video is asinine and I can't stop this torture. So here you can endure the pain too. You have to listen to it with Skullcandy Hesh 2 wireless headphones and watch it twice because the second time allows the ritual to commence. So this video was created by a third-year freelance grade YTPer in their basement. This is the final animation for a collab. Jard used all the techniques that were taught by this crappy 2008 YouTube tutorial, and you can see he made the 6th best animation with what was taught. Seriously, it's genius how much of a waste of time this is. The song is Funky Monkey Dance from that one game that will, quote, never see a Western release ever, Dash Miyamoto, even though I probably should have put Reggie in there because that would have been funnier. This is not for an animation program. It was for 1 hour for 1 day, and that part's actually true. New day, new liver. To all those who are wondering, Jard got a C- in this course. For more information and Jard's input, go here. And I'm not going to click that because I want you to, because that's probably the best part about this video. Okay. And now it's time for more questions.
These next questions are from Random McSomething.
Actually, we're going to have to do 2 sets because I don't think any of these questions are actually real questions. No, they're good questions, but like...
He says... Congrats on the subs. We really do love you lots, man. Thank you. Anyway, here are the questions.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? 69. Does the video boy Does the video boy I need to watch that.
What is your favorite type of cheese?
American. Oh, say, can you see?
Do you like aardvarks?
What? Did you notice that I skipped question 4? No. Is this even a question? This isn't even a question. Carry on. And what year did Columbus sail the ocean blue? Well, it was in 1492, which is actually kind of funny because you wrote 42, which is kind of close. What? That's not the type of that's not the type of question you're looking for. No, it is not, but it is still entertaining anyway. 527 eggs. 395. Go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 salary. 8,593. Roses are blue. Violets are red. I have to go to the bathroom. Well, then go to the bathroom then. Time for water. Andrew, egg.
Egg?
What are your thoughts on egg?
Egg.
That is a good thought. Okay, now for some non-joke questions. Those were good, by the way. Out of all the spam questions, those are my favorite. These are from Big Eyes Luigi, and he asks, what exactly is that character in your channel's thumbnail? I answered this a little bit. This is Yuboa from Yume Nikki. He is a character that appears as an Easter egg during the middle of the game. If you haven't played Yume Nikki, by the way, it's actually a really fun walking simulator type game. It's actually less of a game and more of an experience, if you ask me, but it's free on Steam. Go play it. It's actually really good. But the character you see is just Yuboa with sunglasses on. That's kind of it. And I already explained the story on it.
Next one. Why it's CODEandAR? What does that mean?
Excuse me.
Okay, so
CODEandAR... Yeah, I guess I'll explain. So CODEandAR is short. It literally means code and AR. Which, you know, for both of us, code and AR. But where code and AR come from as names, so I made code back in 2012 when I was registering for something. I think it was my Minecraft account at the time. And I wanted the name Code Red, but that's pretty broad, so it was obviously taken. So I tried a whole bunch of things, and I typed Code Red Jar, which is short for Jared. It's actually both short for Jared and my initials, but now I don't remember why Jar in the original. I credit it for both now, because they both are true. So it's short Code Red. So the full name is Code Red Jar, and that's short for Code Red Jared.
As for me, AR is literally just my initials, but I think they're a good combination of letters, especially since there's a gun named after me.
Oh yeah, that was not intentional at the time. Yeah, great. Now we know that our entire channel name is aged poorly. That's nice to know.
So AR is just, yeah, that's what it is.
You were gonna say it, weren't you? You had that look. Sorry, I'm just teasing you.
There's really nothing else to say.
No, yeah, that's what it is. It's code and AR. Luigi or
Luigi. Both.
Whatever you want it to be. Oh, here's a good one. I always wonder how you guys collaborate to make a video. Does one do all the editing while the other comes up with jokes? That's actually pretty accurate in some cases.
So
it depends on the project.
This one because, okay. So the main way that we work on videos is specifically, that's kind of accurate. I do a lot of the editing, and Code comes up with a lot of the jokes.
I would say actually
there are some videos I've done
okay.
entirely.
That's not many. I've done some,
but there's not very many.
I've done a couple entirely myself as well.
It's mainly split up like 70-30.
Well, 70-30 for each. I would actually say that I was going to make a comment that I would think for you it's more 70-30 for you do 70-30 of the editing, but I do 70-30 of the jokes that end up getting in. Because I usually end up making most of the jokes for the video.
Yeah, that's about accurate.
What we're actually doing in the future, though, so it used to all be on one VEG file, but what we're actually going to do in the future is we're going to split up the projects by computer, and we're each going to work on it. When it comes to a project that we both are going to work on, we're each going to make parts for it and then combine it later. You're going to see what that means. It's what it looks like. It's we don't have any with that format right now. Oh, actually, no, we are working on one like that now, but you'll see what it looks like. It's going to make the videos look a little bit different, but I think they're going to ultimately be better for us to make, that is. That's a good question, but yeah. That's it for that. All right, next video.
So the next one is...
Oh, here we go.
This one is one of our favorites, and I bet it's a lot of other people's favorites as well. This one is The World is a Deadly Religion, I guess.
All right, let's watch it, because we'll talk about this afterward.
Hi, you're gnarly space ingredients, and you're floating in quarks and stuff.
Pretty cool, huh? Cool, huh? Can you get from here to there, from there to there, here to there, here to there without buying a beer?
Sad. I miss you. A long time ago, actually, nothing is.
I can probably quote this entire video by memory.
Like I said, nothing was nothing. That's why it's been
nothing. And that's exactly where it started.
Oh, pause.
I think one of my favorite, like, I guess things that come out of this video is people did actually pause it on the spots, and let me see if I can land it right on. Here we go. Wait for it. Oh, hold on. I forgot about that part. Okay. Okay, so you may have seen it flash for a second. There's a A1Z26 cipher, and that translates to "I see you've watched Gravity Falls" or something like that.
Because of all the ciphers that were used.
Yeah, that was one of the most common cipher. Actually, in retrospect, we should have put a Caesar cipher in there instead, because people who actually watched Gravity Falls would be the only people who know how to translate that, or took a psychology class. Anyway.
Oh, pause. I think there's a unicorn now. What's it made of?
Magic.
It's a stone.
I'm proud of that one.
It's a sponge. It's a plant. It's a worm and some other types of lame, sad metal. It's the lame.
Oh, whoops. I did the wrong thing. Okay, disclaimer. I don't actually think the Nut Shack is a lame meme. I just put that there because it sounded funny.
Why? The Death Star has a deadly laser.
We are both proud of that joke.
Yeah, that was both of us for sure.
Look at those breasts. Oh, now they're gonna dominate, and one of them just learned how to mammals. Hi, I live in the year -1 billion, and I was wondering, is fucking Jesus legal yet? No.
I guess something I didn't know until you explained this to me, because you made that joke. That's actually supposed to be. When they say someone learned how to Christianize all the mammals, that's actually supposed to be the monkey in this scene, and I did not know that. Or I at least didn't pick up on it, but I think everyone else did, and I made the video, so kind of feel bad.
You stupid.
No, I'm not.
And make crazy sounds with their voice.
They
mean different things.
Oh, I did want to clarify that. If there was one joke I would change in this video, the one thing I've always wanted to change that to, I really, after this video went up, I went back and I'm like, I really wanted to make that say, that's a hermit purple, and give him Joseph Joestar's hat, because I thought that would have been legitimately hilarious.
But we weren't JoJo fans at the time.
No, I watched JoJo at the time. That was...
Oh, you did? Oh, well,
yeah.
I didn't. Oh, it's because I didn't,
yeah.
And I was the one who put that in there.
But I know, but it was after it went up, and I thought about that joke, and I'm like,
Mammals.
We might see more anime jokes in the history of Japan YTV, because they would be fitting, wouldn't they?
Let's review.
Okay, so funny enough, some people were able to get what song
that
is.
Yeah,
that song is Starmine.
That's the Beat Mania joke. People actually got that, and I was so happy. Oh, also this.
Stand! I'll be surprised.
Tired.
The exploding substitute. That was you. I'm giving you credit for that one because that was awesome. Anyway, do you have comments about that scene in particular?
No, it's just all I can say is I just really had a fun time editing that scene.
I'm glad. I liked how drastically different that part is, while still somehow fitting.
Guess what happens next? Nothing. Meanwhile, in the parallel universe, they figured out how to put wheels on a. Now we're getting somewhere. Also, China.
I'm also happy people got the Toho joke.
I am too, a little bit.
But what about this part? That's Nemo.
Also there were a lot more Star Wars jokes. I guess there were only 2, but that's still 2 more than we'd usually put in the videos.
No. So he sails into the ocean and died.
Oh yeah, the other joke I would definitely want to change is I definitely would have changed that to died in a tornado, and I think there's actually a comment referencing this in the video, or in the comment section of the video. Title text.
And that's it.
Yeah, I think so. I want to find that comment actually. Oh yeah, I do want to say, I guess thanks to everyone who left a comment on this, because this legitimately probably has the best comment section in any video on our channel, just with the just in the combination of nice comments and people making funny jokes and references to the video. Just thanks for that. This really really good. Anyway, where's the comment? Because I want to find it. Okay. Oh, it would have been better if it was and sailed into the ocean and died in a tornado. And then I said, that's what I told AR, but guess who didn't listen? That conversation. Code. You should make it say and sailed into an ocean and died in a tornado. AR. How about I just make it say it died? Code. Died in a tornado would make it better. AR. How about I do anyways? This is accurate. Oh, anyway. No, I think this is my personal favorite, and I think this is definitely not the most viewed video we have, but I definitely think this is the best one, and I think a lot of people would say that as well.
Alright, well,
So
next video.
High five for that. Woo. Nice. Very nice, Caesar-chan. What now? I'm having trouble reading the list.
Right there.
Oh, yes, you are correct. It is right there.
Okay, so now that it's 2017, it's time for another copycat video.
Where the heck are we? Where's the video? Oh, it's right there. Never mind. Oh yes, so it's now 1 year later. It is 2017, and it's time for another copycat video. I'm just repeating everything you say. We must be twins. So again, funny to, I guess, reiterate, this was, you copied the style of another YTPer, but what's also kind of funny was we literally got the same person again, but this time we actually decided to do a Pokemon source because, you know, Riolu Girl, her name's Riolu Girl, and
Pokemon.
Yeah, she actually did make Pokemon poops as well, so here we go.
We're gonna talk about...
I don't believe it! I've turned into an
Our story takes place in a world inhabited only by habitable... Pokemon gates to infinity.
From this day forth, this is gonna be Paris. We'll work hard together.
I like how we finally used a different that part. Yeah,
and
that was
it.
That's it. So, yep, that's a video. It's kind of it.
More questions.
What? Oh, yeah, it's time for more questions.
Next.
All right, so, oh, goodness, this is actually the last question, so I think I didn't stagger these correctly. So this is the last set of questions. This is, no, I swear there were more here. No, okay, no, this is the last one. Anyway, so this are from the Sauce Master 892, and actually, how about this? Since he has enough questions, we'll split this into 2, so there's enough for the last part. So his first question is, what would be your favorite video editor you would wish to use? So we only use one video editor, and that's Vegas 13. 13 is a good version of Vegas from what I've picked up, which is nice because it's the one we have. That was redundant.
What do you think about Fortnite? I've never played it, so I really don't have an opinion on the game itself. I think in terms of internet culture, it's rather overrated as well as everyone else. But I've never played the game, so I don't exactly have an opinion on the game itself.
I've played the mobile version of the game. The mobile version runs like garbage because it's a mobile game, and you do not want to play a third-person shooter on a mobile platform. I have not played the PC version, but in terms of the game itself, conceptually, it's good for what it is, definitely. And in terms of Battle Royale games, it's one of the better ones, but it's not for me. I think my biggest problem with it is the map is far too large, and I would have to spend a lot of time learning the game because there's already an established meta, and I would be far too far behind, and not sure I want to spend time invested in Fortnite. I guess if there is one thing I like, I do actually like the Fortnite dance as kind of a meme / a joke. I think it's goofy, and I love it. And then the third one is... any crushes? George Lopez.
SB on.
Andrew wants to fuck a Pokemon. 18. It's not 2017. It was 2017 when the next video we are watching is uploaded. I can't speak English. My back hurts.
This one is a robot names his video off a Gen Sapphire effect.
Oh yeah.
That's literally what it's called. The joke on that, like before I start the video, the joke literally on that is it's a joke on well, not really. It's not really bashing them, but
well, it was kind of
just a parody. It's a reference to the people that name their videos off of like so and so has a multi-rendering issue, or so and so has like BCC Sphere or something.
Or it's usually something along the lines of, you get the idea. Yeah, it's like what he said.
So it's basically a meta title about that. So anyway,
yeah, let's go. Yeah, this one has a large amount of TF2 jokes, if I remember correctly. Suck it up, kid.
The Jewish of the axe. Spend your 5-year cruise in style. While your captain and autopilot ain't on your course. Toasters.
See, I like this one in particular because it has a lot of more of these background jokes and don't rely too much on the fast-paced stuff. Well, I mean, it still has a lot of fast-paced things, but I think it definitely this is when our videos start to slow down in terms of pace. I like that, even though it is too easy.
This source was also kind of hard.
I think it turned out pretty well for what it was.
It was fun, but it was also hard.
I think it was not the hardest though. I think we did have a lot of jokes for this. Like this one, for example. By the way, the PlayStation 2 Wally game is actually really good for a licensed game. Totally underrated. If you happen to find it in a bargain bin or something, pick it up because it's pretty good. Oh yeah, there's a joke no one's gonna get. On the surface, it may appear as just another DDR joke, which is pretty common here, but in reality, that song that's playing is actually called Moon, so it's funny like that.
I was the one who made that joke.
Clearly. Also, Vector's pretty funny. I don't remember who did that.
I did.
Was it you? Okay.
Just a dead Vector on the moon.
Let's go. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So this is my idea, but if you look really closely for a split second, there's this edit that it's only there for it's a sauce joke, and it's only there for a split second, and it blends in the background pretty well. Even after it rendered, it blended in pretty well, which I'm genuinely happy with. But you immediately pop what is that? The little station pops up, so you only see it for that short amount of time.
And this video is dated.
That was fine. That was relevant at the time.
Okay, it's... Okay.
Oh, this is also nothing, I don't think. Another YTBMV that just isn't anything in particular.
I just wanted to have fun.
I like the percussion, but I think the little melody part could have used work.
Yeah.
I do like the editing in that scene, though. I think the, I'm gonna stop it here, but I think the original idea for the gatekeeper robot was to make him play Stepmania or something. And I'm a little sad we didn't actually end up making that joke, but oh well.
Could have also been Osu.
Maybe we'll, well, you don't use a... Oh, well, you would have to animate his other hand using a mouse or a tablet or something. And also it's because it's Osu. Actually, I might, if we make another one of these, I might use that joke, but I don't know if we're gonna make another one of these.
You look gorgeous.
Wah.
This joke is...
Yes, that is a Persona 5 reference. Stupid.
The only reason it's Goomba got back is because I wanted to put a stupid video there, like one that was like legitimately stupid, but I didn't know what else to do.
That's a good choice though, because that video is terrible.
It is though.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. Oh, that's a good video.
It also has 69 likes right now.
Nice. Also 2 dislikes. That's fine. 69 people liked it. What more can you ask for? No, that's a good video. That's a really good one. Oh yeah, I guess another thing that I didn't mention was you might have noticed there was this distinct lack of captain scenes in there. So the reason is at the time we were actually planning on making 2 Wally YTPs. One was going to be this one, and the other was going to be a video that just used scenes with the captain and autopilot. I never got around to making that, though I might at some point, but I think I had a problem with nothing happening in the source, so I gave up on it. Pretty early on, actually, so I don't have any footage to share for that. But I think we might make a second Wally YTP just doing the other half of the movie, because this was a lot of fun to do, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Alright, so what's next? Okay, so oh yeah, we were supposed to answer more questions, but I think I'm gonna save them until after the next set, so we're gonna continue on. So the next set of videos is okay, here we go. Here's the second TF2 YTP we ever made, which is funny because it's like 3 years after the first one. This one's oddly quiet. Oh no, here we go.
Hey, look, bud.
Source is so exploitable. I think what makes TF2 so good, at least for us, is all the opportunities for sentence mixing, because each character has like 10 minutes of dialogue. 10 lines of dialogue. 10 minutes of dialogue.
Not problems like what is love. What is love? Because that would be too deep for this video. I saw. That there was a fine sauce.
Is this anything in particular? Because oh, okay. Who put in the heavy? Was that
I
you?
did.
That was you. Okay.
All right, Doc. Let's do this. All right. Oh no.
I take credit for that one. That was. It's short, but I like that. Yep, that's that. Oh shoot, that video. Yeah, so I actually forgot to introduce that one. That one's called, The Engineer Gets a Half-Eaten Cup of Yogurt from a Random Dumpster. It was actually originally supposed to be The Engineer Gets a Half-Eaten Cup of Yogurt from a dumpster behind a McDonald's.
But that didn't fit.
No, it didn't, legitimately didn't fit. I actually think this was, you know what this is a reference to, was, this was during the time where, you don't see as many of these now, but this was, remember when Jallerbo made, Dipper Goes to Taco Bell, which was just a reference to the fan fiction, and then he made Mabel Goes to Wendy's. And then I think it was Paper King made.
No, it wasn't Paper King.
Who was
someone
it?
else.
Someone made another one where it was character goes to a restaurant.
So that was just a joke.
And then a bunch of people made blank goes to restaurant videos, and then that was a joke was. So I actually really wanted to put McDonald's in there, but no, so he didn't. But in case you didn't know, that's what it's referencing.
Okay, next.
Okay, so this one.
Next set of questions.
Oh, really now?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last set of questions, actually. There's actually less questions than I initially anticipated. So, this is also from Saucemaster, and he asks, is this an original question? Yes, it is not an original question, even though you attempted to answer your own question with the opposite answer that it was not. What's up? I'm doing fine right now. I'm a little tired and my back hurts because I've been sitting in a chair for a couple of hours, but other than that, I am pretty good. How are you?
I am fine as well.
That is nice to hear. And then the next one was, how was it when you guys made your first YTP? So I guess if you're asking like what the scenario was,
it was good. I mean, we were just wacky high school freshmen.
Yeah, it was just well, I think what set that one apart was we had used the editor, and actually I think what benefited our first video was we were experienced with Vegas because we had made videos before then. And I think I did most of that video, so I was just that was mainly a string of test kind of scenes, if you ask me. I didn't really talk about this at the time because I wasn't really warmed up to the microphone, but I think a good number of that is just seeing what I could do. And I think the final product's actually pretty good. It's not aged well, I mean, in comparison to the new ones, but for a first YTP, it's not that bad. And then his last one is, would you rather have no sex and be poor or have sex and be rich? Well, typically, having sex and being rich go hand in hand. But how do I? My mind's just.
And then.
What?
And then.
We're not answering
is this an original question? Is this an original question?
Is this an original question? Is this
skipping all that? Do you have the big gay?
I think it is actually fair to answer if we have the big gay. No. So that's actually it for the question. So we're just going to be going through the rest of the videos now. There are a couple left, none of which are that long. But yeah, thanks for the questions. That was a lot of fun to answer those.
Now let's just finish this
all right,
off
so
with...
YouTube poop, Papa Pog's marvelous misadventures through time and space. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, we're getting some buffering. And that's the whole video, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so there is a lot to talk about with this one. Alright, so if you couldn't tell, this clearly isn't your traditional YTP. In fact, it's hardly a YTP at all. This is actually an attempt at a one-for-one recreation of the Doki Doki Literature Club troll ending using Peppa Pig. And so I made this entirely by myself, so I guess I have a reason now to talk for pretty much 90% of this. And the story on this was at the time, this is recent, so a lot of people probably remember this. There was a huge problem on YouTube with the ElsaGate stuff, and a big target with this during this was Peppa Pig videos, or inappropriate Peppa Pig videos that kids were finding somehow. And so the company who owns Peppa Pig, a company known as Entertainment One, was starting to remove Peppa Pig content that wasn't theirs, and the ones that they deemed to be not suitable for kids. Which is fine and good, except that this also affected a good number of YTPs, and you saw a good number of Peppa Pig YTPs being taken down at this time. I think actually, as opposed to Viacom, I think this is actually probably one of the first times this is justified for the takedowns, but it's still definitely disappointing either way. So I myself never made a Peppa Pig YTP, but a lot of people who did, yeah, theirs were gone. So this video was kind of a parody of that, in an attempt to be, I think when I was posting this video, I was saying like, I've been working on this video for 3 months, and I'm not just gonna let some big corporation ruin it for me, and I'm gonna post it anyway. And then the video is just this. You obviously can't see it, but the video is stretched to 4 minutes and 14 seconds to give it the impression that it's an actual YTP. And I did actually go. It's not frame by frame, but I did definitely, all the details that are in this video are ones that are in the original. Everything down to the fade in, the fade distance for the fade in to the text box, which I actually had to make myself because there was no PNG of the text box at the time. And the Peppa Pig stills were also custom made. The music, and what's actually interesting is this little fuzz you're hearing. This is the actual in-game audio. But no footage of this went beyond about 30 seconds, so this was all recorded directly from the game. So I think we had a night where the game is just running for 5 minutes, and you're just sitting there next to on another computer, pretending that nothing of note is going on. Meanwhile, you just have a corpse singing on this screen. So this situation was pretty funny. There is actually one last joke, so I'm going to pull this up. If you wait about halfway through the video, this starts to fade in, and it says, "For real, how long till E1 finds this LMAO?" which is just kind of reiterating what I said. So if you want to know like what the original scene is, you can look it up yourself. But yeah, so I was actually genuinely expecting someone to point this out in the comment section, but everyone played along pretty well. And oh god, I genuinely, this is literally nothing, but I genuinely love this video. This is probably one of the most fun videos to make, just because it was a lot of fun trying to recreate this. Yeah, that was a long explanation. So, yeah. Oh yeah, it also jumped in views. It had like no views, and now it's getting there in terms of views, which is kind of funny.
Let's move on to the next video.
Yeah. Okay. Oh god, this video. This video gets the award for video that legitimately doesn't deserve the views it has, because this video has 4,000 views, and I don't think there's literally nothing we did to try to get it views. It just got views because it's a kids show.
It's Elmo's World with Gadget.
Oh yeah, so
and
this
was made
for
another
event one.
This was made for another YouTube event called Secret Santa, and basically what it is that we basically what it is that you sign up, and then you list a bunch of sources you'd like to see in a YTP. Then you get randomly assigned someone for their you get assigned to someone, and you have to make a YTP. You have to make a YTP off of the list they use.
Yes. So
this is a
we got
this is for a YouTuber called Fragglevision Returns.
Yeah, and they wanted a whole bunch actually, but we just decided to pick these two. So they wanted Sesame Street.
Minecraft with Gadget.
Was it Elmo's World or just Sesame Street?
Well, it was Sesame Street, so we did Elmo's World.
Right, and then they wanted Minecraft with Gadget as well, so we just threw Gadget in there because we wanted to make a Minecraft with Gadget YTP. Anyway.
So let's watch it.
Yep. That reminds me, there hasn't been a TF2 update in like a year. When was that heavy update supposed to come out?
I don't know. And yes, as with many of our DDR jokes, someone got the reference.
Thank you for getting the reference. I like how he keeps talking over the stutter loop. It's just a detail that I enjoy. This also. Oh, wait a minute. Was there a,
Yes, there was.
I never noticed that. Oh, okay. I guess I can't really go back.
Hey everybody, I'm here with my good friend Inspector Gadget. How you doing, Inspector Gadget? I'm having sex. Come on, Inspector Gadget. You can shut up now.
Oh yeah, I guess this is, fair enough. I guess I'll explain afterward because the video's almost over. Sis.
Round works with one clap.
I guess it is also fair to mention that this video did actually go up on Christmas, which was pretty good timing if you ask me. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired, so sorry for kind of dying a few times on this, but so I think what's also interesting of note is we actually did keep the channel clean for, I think, majority of being on YouTube. It was kind of a thing where we said we keep the videos mostly clean. And I think a lot of, if you're wondering why exactly, so the reason behind it was, at the time, I was really unhappy with a lot of people who, obviously this is from me in 2015, because I'm so oddly specific, but I was upset when people made jokes where the only joke they would make was sentence mixing a character to say fuck or something. So my idea with it was, or I think we both agreed on this, was to make jokes without relying on just the fact that it's a swear word to make humor, which I think actually made it so it actually, yeah, I think it worked for the most part. We ended up making some good jokes out of it, but I think this was the first video where we stopped kind of caring about that. It wasn't, we didn't go totally raunchy, but you definitely saw there was a little bit more language than we usually have, but anyway.
All right,
so I guess this video is good for something then. It's average. It's a video. So anyway, oh yeah, here's a set of YTPs that we actually haven't released on the channel before. So this was for GS Draft's very fast collab, and similar to the 50-minute challenge where you had to make a YTP in 50 minutes, he brought it down a lot, and you had to make anything in 1 minute. And you could make multiple videos, but your entries had to be made in a single minute. So for a lot of people, this ended up being like very short, a couple second videos. So we're gonna watch these all in order, and we made 4 of them. So here we go.
Heart breaks a little when I hear your name. It all just sounds like
this. My only, I guess I gotta say, the one I'm most proud of is the third one. That's just a full-blown shitpost, and I like that joke.
So here's our first video for 2018.
Oh, I was gonna comment, the only, like, thing I was a little bit of, I'm not upset or anything, but, GS Drafts put the last one, second, and I really wanted that one to be in the middle. So it just comes up randomly. If you didn't read the text, he just says something like, "The fuck you looking at? Keep moving."
It's still okay though. That he
oh no, those jokes. No. I appreciate him for putting it so close, and it's a funny joke. So, that was just where it was meant to go. But of course, it was for his collab, so he could have put it wherever the hell he wanted to. All right. Yeah. Oh, I think you were gonna introduce this video.
This is our first YTP for this year. It's called Saxon Hale and Scout Become Yeti Exterminators.
Yeah. All right. So
that's all I have to say.
That's pretty much it.
Oh. I also might want to preface that this video was supposed to come out when this short released. Like, not exactly when the short released, but around that time.
Oh yeah, we had an unfinished one at the time. Do you want to watch the preview for that before this video ends?
No, thanks.
I think it's worth watching. Are you sure?
Which one?
The one we made in January.
Oh no, I'm not pulling.
Oh, are you sure? Okay, well. So this started back last year. This was shortly after the engineer video, and we had shelved it and never got back to it until this year. So, yeah, let's go. I actually like how this scene is edited. This is a good job.
Yeah.
We both did good on that.
Oh, sorry, I'm here. Hello?
Only real 2000s kids know that.
Spy, you seeing this? Well, off to visit another YouTube.
I like how that's only it's only on the right side or the left side.
Could you not hear it?
No. You edited it so it was only on the left side of the headphones.
Let me go.
Great.
Everybody said don't do it. I can't do it.
Nice. Oh yeah, this one.
Superhero land, are you?
What song is that?
I can't remember what it's called.
We'll look after. This is the Hawaii 5-0 opening. No, this is the video where he was this is the video where he was pretending to do not Hawaii 5-0. I don't remember what it's called.
And that's how the video ends.
That's just how the video ends, with it crashing. All right, so yeah,
not much to say about that one other than it was originally a project that we shelved, but then when Paper King announced his CGI animation collab, we decided to finish it up for that.
I still think it could have been better, but oh well. That's not bad though. But
which brings us to our most recent video.
Yes, this is another TF2 one. So this is the Yee guide. And the description says it all. This was made in like the span of 6 hours. Yes, and that's actually true. Yeah, so I guess to explain why we haven't made a YTP in so long, so we kind of explained this other places, but we just had a massive. I think it really just came down to massive burnout and disinterest for a long time, and
then we came back to this.
Yeah, there were attempts to make YTPs, but most of them went unfinished. We do have another vague of another project that we did work on, but I don't think it's not finished. It might have broken by now. But anyway, so we came back and we made this. This was our comeback video after like 4 months of not making anything.
Today, we take a look at the engineer. The engineer is a soft one with an interest in all things cabins.
Ain't that a cute little carrot?
Buildings that that's the engineer's various gadgets include Jake's gun, the dispense and teleporters that quickly transport players from point A to point B.
This is good.
Now.
Shit.
Now you want to be a real Texan? No. Too bad. First up, you have the Sentry gun.
I love this joke in particular. Or
if you want to be the very best.
Let me go back. I'm sorry. I was a little late with it. The face joke. Just doing that with the face is something that makes me laugh every time.
If you want to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Heck yeah!
Support your team.
I have no money.
For engineering and your Texan buddies.
Oh, you gotcha.
Have fun.
I'm in my mom's car. Broom, broom.
Alright, so that's it. That's actually it. for I guess for coming back after like 4 months, that's pretty good if you ask me, and only being made in 6 hours. That was just a lot of fun to make. I like videos like this because they're not for anything, and they were just made just because. Not that I don't like collabs, but like, you know, sometimes you just have a spontaneous idea, and when it ends up being just as good as as it is in your head, and this is kind of a good example of that. You know what actually is interesting though is this and the Bill Warts video are the only videos we actually made captions for. So I guess if you want to go back, they have some jokes in them. So if you ever want to go back and watch them with captions on, go ahead and do so.
All right.
That's about it for this one.
And that concludes us watching every single major video that we've made on the channel.
Sorry if it looked like... I mean, if you... I'm a little tired. How about you?
Yeah,
I think it's starting to affect the recording. Oh, well. Well, if you made it this far, then thank you. Thanks for sticking around this long. Thanks for helping the channel get to 1,000 subscribers. I kind of said that in the announcement video that was kind of the ultimate goal, but I really do mean that. When we started getting the ball rolling, like back when in the first Magic School Bus, I think my only goal for this channel was ever to get it to 1,000 subscribers, and what do you know? It's been done. I guess you can just officially call this the end game of the channel now. This was I guess the original run of CODEandAR, and everything after that is, I guess, unpredictable endgame. Thank you so much. There's been a lot of people who have stayed with us for a good long time. Well, I wouldn't say I make videos specifically for an audience. It's very nice to see that people actually enjoy the stuff that we make. And yeah. Do you have any comments before I send this off?
No, I think we're good.
Yep. Here's to 1,000 more subscribers or whatever else comes in the future. This is Code Red Jared here.
And AR.
And we're signing off. Bye-bye.